are live.
Ah,
Hey Twitch, how's it going? Welcome to Out of the Abyss: Descent into Madness, presented by Dice Dead Games. We are venturing in after just recently escaping the prison. Let's introduce our players real quick. First, we have Nod, the Pixie Fighter.
I don't see him in the chat.
Hi, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, woo!
Let me make is my voice changer on? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
that's me.
Next, we have Renee, our Death Knight fighter.
What's up, everybody?
We have Roland Gemflower, the half-elf wizard.
Hi.
We have Sai, the Simic hybrid cleric. We have, and lastly but not least, Spinarachna, the Drider sorcerer.
Hello.
All right. When we last left off, I believe you guys had just escaped Velknevev. You had just sprinted right on out, attempted to fight some of the leadership, and just dipped, as what you guys found out later were demons, Vrox, had swooped down and attacked. And they were, I guess, not really heard of or seen in the Underdark before. But you guys barely managed to escape, get down the quote-unquote elevator down and to the road on the way to the Dark Lake. Everyone traveling with you is kind of still in that kind of hyped up adrenaline rush kind of mode right now. But you guys, as you venture into the Underdark, it's much less well lit than Velknevev is. You guys begin traveling through, and the only real light you're pulling off of on anything is just a slight glim of like what looks like a glowing mist that rises along the ceiling, and some bioluminescent mushrooms that are along the pathways. You guys have the area ahead of you, and you can see that Eldeth and Ront both are relatively... They seem nervous. They are obviously surface dwellers and are not very well equipped to do anything underground. So they seem to be just kind of sitting in the back and following along. You do watch Shushar kind of take the front, along with Jimjar. Topsy and Turby kind of take the back. Jewel kind of just bounces along next to Shushar, and Bupido just kind of sits in the center. And you guys, Shushar speaks. We could make our way to the Dark Lake, and I can take you to Slubladoop, to meet my people. We can house you there. It is about 3 days to the Dark Lake, and about 5 days by boat to Slubladoop. There are roundabout ways through the tunnels, but they will take upwards of 10 to 15 days if we do take that route. But I will guide you.
How do we get across this lake?
If there is a boat, we can. If not, swimming is an option for me. But he kind of looks around. Not for everyone.
I'm not sure if a spider can swim.
But you can see here, and he kind of walks over, and you can see what looks kind of almost like a rock in the side of the cavern wall. You see is giving off this bit of bioluminescence, and now that you kind of look up at the size of it, what would have been like the rock wall leading up to like the roof and the top of this cavern is actually looks to be like a very, very large stemmed mushroom. And it kind of blends in with the rock. Even the cap of it blends in with the rock. And you watch him like grab it, and it kind of comes off as he like pulls on it a little bit, in kind of a small chunk. This is zirkwood. It is a type of fungus that acts, what I believe, similar to your surface dwellers' wood. A softwood.
You want us to build a boat?
If there's not one there, yes.
Well, a raft could do.
A raft could do. Eldith, Ront, if you wouldn't mind coming over here, please. I need your measurements.
Yeah, Rock. What do you want?
Well, you will stick out like sore thumbs, unfortunately. Your great size and, well, Eldith, your hair. You'll both stick out. I can make you cloaks very quickly if I just tear some fabric. It
You're
shouldn't
one
take
to
more than a
speak.
minute
You're
or
bigger
two.
than I am.
Oh, thank you. At least I can use a disguise, though. And she'll activate her ring of disguise, and she looks like a drow. She looks just like a drow. The dress even fits. And she just gives a curtsy.
What was that, Roland? You cut out.
Yeah.
Roland speaks up and says, "Did any of us grab food before we left?"
I don't believe that we had time, no.
Shushar like feels around. No, I didn't.
Renee kind of gestures to his bony body. Not the first thing on my mind, unfortunately.
You guys
takes
can't
a lot
just
of
eat
calories.
mushrooms?
I mean, we could, but we would have to make sure they're not poisoned. Or infected. I don't want what
That's half the
happened to... Very glad that you think that, dear Nord. I'm sure with Sai and I, and then all of your help, we'll be able to find the non-poisoned ones. We will need to scavenge for food, water, the sorts. Keeping alive and keeping safe is our top priority. Would we all agree?
Yes, that sounds about right. Sai, are you speaking? I think
I'm
you're
muted, I guess. No, I said, is there anything? I was just saying, is there anything anything that could double as a bucket laying around?
You don't really see too much. I mean, you could possibly, some of these mushrooms do have kind of highly concave caps, and I guess if you like took the
We do
stem
have
out
silk rope.
You
and
could use my helmet.
you could use it as a bucket.
Because I can create 10 gallons of water.
We could. It would be preferred, though, that we find a source.
My magical water too good for you?
I don't want you to
see-
expend yourself too quickly.
You see Eldeth kind of step up. She goes, we could keep moving. We need to travel and move forward in the Underdark to keep pace. The Drow will be searching for us once they destroy the rocks.
Yes.
Of course.
Agreed.
Our character, the game is paused.
Oh,
Yeah.
-2, so I'm just...
but we won't actually technically be moving in this area. So this is not where you guys are at all.
Theater of the mind. Shvena wraps a cloak around Eldith and just kind of pops it up over her head and just hands one to Ront and just looks and goes, "This should at least keep some suspicion off."
I could also...
Thank you very much.
I could also purify food and water, just say it.
That would be preferred, yes.
I don't know too much about the Underdark, but I will
Can you
lead
speak Undercommon?
along. But I do not. But I will lead along with Shushar, and scout ahead. That has been my job in the Dwarven Army, and in Blingdenstone, where I'm from, for quite a while.
I'll go with you.
Would it-
So, what was that?
Shvina just kind of like tilts her head and goes, "You do realize that if they find you and you don't look like Drow, you will be captured and sold into slavery. Or, worse, killed. You need somebody to pretend to be in charge. You have a Drow at your hands. Use me.
If you want
If
to
we
call
get
yourself
caught,
a Drow,
I wouldn't call you a Drow either.
I definitely am not.
Well, you grew up here.
Yes.
You're as much of a Drow as I am. Anyways." And like Shvina kind of flicks Sai's nose before just smiling. "If needed, I'll pretend that I'm taking you, that you're all my servants. It would be the easiest and most believable."
Surprise,
Let's scout
surprise.
ahead.
The female drow takes the leadership position right off the bat.
Oh no, I'm not taking the
I'm
leadership.
thinking the same thing, Nod. I say give it to the fairy.
I'd say none of us are the leader. We do this
Uh,
anarchy style.
I could also.
Worst
give it
idea
that.
wins.
Ron kind of
Sure.
saying, I like the idea.
Well, we're not. You all get captured and have nobody to vouch for you or to even say where you're supposed to be going.
Onward into the thick of it, and I'm gonna start walking. Survival check.
Yeah, I'm
Well, I'm
walking
checking.
forward too.
Or speak Undercommon without an accent.
I speak Undercommon.
So
With
yeah,
an
you guys
accent.
begin traveling. Shushar has kind of, along with Eldeth, have began walking, and you guys all kind of travel forward. You can pretty much go a day. So you did. I apologize very much.
It happens.
You watch Eldeth and Shushar. You guys can get, since you've eaten a wee bit of slop before this, that you guys can get about a day before exhaustion starts setting in.
I had meat.
Yeah, that is true. If you guys do move at a slower pace for a day at least, you guys could forage while traveling. You do see that Topsy and Turvy and Jim Jar, as you guys are kind of walking, you see them as they're like walking along, like moving through, kind of like pacing along, looking at some of the mushrooms and like cleaning it off, looking at it. And they take a couple bites as they keep going. They seem pretty knowledgeable in mycology.
Do you two have names for those fungi?
Well, yeah, of course we do. These are. Let me actually pull it up real quick. Boom.
Fungus and mungus.
Fungus and mungus.
I don't know. That was the guess.
Insightful.
Deception check.
Sorry guys, I'm getting it for you real quick.
Shvina's like holding stool and just gently rubbing underneath his cap. Myconoids are quite beautiful creatures.
You see that the mushroom that he pulls up, we call this one ripple bark.
That's a taste.
Interesting.
You look at it, and the way, like, it's kind of hard to see, but as it gets closer, it looks like kind of just a mushroom. But as he moves it closer to you, it looks like a rotting pile of flesh. It's like it's kind of a stacked mushroom, kind of like a. It looks like someone literally just like no bones. There's just like skin and meat was just like put into a pile. And he kind of grabs a piece of it, brushes some of the hair off the outside, or like the fuzzes on the outside, and rips it open and.
I'm gonna offer
them up to you.
I'm gonna offer some to Nod. You hungry?
He looks at it, ponders for a moment, and then pops a little bit in his mouth.
Dakota, your camera is also off. I don't know if you know that.
It's because I'm eating McDonald's, and I don't want y'all to see my fat self glomping on McDonald's. As soon as I'm done eating,
fair.
I will turn my camera on.
Clopping in a Big Mac. I don't know what you got.
Totally fair. But yeah, no, he hands it up to you.
I speak of it. I say, I could probably make it look a little bit nicer, look a little bit better. I was trained as a chef. I'm a little bit more of a baker.
You see Jim Jar. And what kind of chef were you trained as?
A pastry chef. And just
Baker. He actually walks over to another mushroom as you guys are walking on. It's about 100 feet off. It's giving off a very strong blue glow. And you see him like reach underneath where the gills are at, and he like looks, like grabs his palm and puts it underneath it, and like scrapes it with like the back of like his hand. And as he pulls and grabs and pulls and grabs, you can see a powdery substance similar to flour, like form in his hand. And he kind of explains, see this stuff right here? This is called blue cap, and you can use it to make something kind of close to flour. We call
How
it spore
curious.
bread.
I think I've heard of that. I had it in the city where I was a
see
seamstress.
what I can do with it.
So if you spend some time foraging between Ripplebark and Blue Cap, you guys can pull a total of about 9.5 pounds of food foraging for today.
That would be
Roland
smart.
Would try to make the others, the flesh-looking mushroom more appetizing, trying to put the flour and bake it into a pastry in a weird way. It would be very weird looking, but
Okay. You have I'm not 100% sure if there's like a profession role, but maybe like
I do have one.
Oh, sweet.
It's
So
intelligence check with my cooking tool utensils.
okay. So if we can wait on that for just a second, but if we when we set it for the evening and finish to the end of the day, you guys travel for a bit, eventually finding kind of an like an inlet in one of the caves, and you can see that Ront and some of the other ones, Jim Jar and Bupido, have like carried bits and pieces of Zerkwood and kind of put it all together. And you watch Bupido actually run over to like a tiny mushroom over in the corner, and picks it up, and it's kind of, I guess it's not really a mushroom more than it is like a lichen or like a moss, and he like pulls it up, and you watch him rub it in his hands, and it begins glowing pretty intensely, and you watch him. And as he blows it and puts the air into it, you watch just like a flame shoot out, almost similar to like a flame, like a breath weapon, but on a much smaller scale. And the Zerkwood catches like instantly, even large pieces. And there's a fire. You see some of the Sverneblin and Deep Gnomes.
Shvina has to cover her eyes.
Yeah, they kind of cover their eyes really quick, but it eventually dims into more of like an ember. It just kind of as a quick flash. And kind of heats it up. And you see that the bits and pieces of Ripplebark and everything, they grab like sticks and stuff, and they kind of lay it against it, and you watch it kind of bubble, and it can be roasted. Now you can roll with your cooking utensils to try and piece together something, if you would like.
Underground still.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
There's no
doing
moon
roll
torch.
with proficiency.
Use my spell to make what appears to be a moon just to worship my goddess. They're
Wait. So
prepared.
what spell?
Hmm?
What spell are you using, Sai?
No, I was just thinking like, oh my god, what's to pray? But I was just trying to figure out if I want to like, yeah. I'm trying to see. Is this something that's round that could like circle enough to like would
Yeah.
be
No,
like
there
the
are
shape
quite a
of a
few
moon?
larger mushrooms, caps, that you can see that kind of line the walls. But yeah, some that are very circular that could, at the right angle, represent some type of
Okay, I'm
object.
gonna use cast light on it, one of the caps, and I'm gonna start praying to my god.
Okay. You can give me a D100 roll, and then what did you get, Roland? Oh, okay, cool. 10.
I'm pulling up from the list here. It says here, a typical meal is 10 DC, so I actually just met it.
Sweet.
So you want me to roll a percentile die? Is that what you're asking? Okay.
Yeah, give me a percentile dice.
Oh, I was like, I have a little prayer. Let all whom my light falls welcome if desired to be so. As the silver moon waxes the wind, so does all life. Trust in my radiance, the lady of the light. D100.
Yes,
Amen.
D100. And then Roland.
Wow.
So
20,
you're
25.
25. Okay, Roland. You kind of like work this recipe out in your head, and some of the water that Sai creates for the evening, you kind of take and like mix together with some of that blue cap flour, like the blue cap flour, and kind of piece it into like a rough dough. You open it up and like pull some of the ripple bark and put it inside and make almost like a spore bread ripple bark kolache, and piece it and put it over, covering like 2 rocks that you heat up and enclose it. And you bake a relatively nice meal altogether. So, and there's enough for everyone. The way you've divided it out with the spore bread and everything, everyone does get like full and has
Is
like
there
a relatively warm
like
tummy.
is there like 2 giant pieces, one for Ront and then one for Spitta?
Yeah, he
Because
makes
they're
like
2 big
larger
characters.
kolache.
It's not my best work, but
It
is
smells delicious.
So also, as you make your prayer, you watch like the mist that is flowing over, the kind of half glowing mist. You watch Bupido. Actually, as you begin like chanting this prayer, you watch him look up at it as like it begins glowing and pulsating more frequently than it was before. Instead of like a doof, doof, it's sped up to kind of a doof, 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 doof. And as you make that prayer, one second. Give me 1 second. I need to message someone. No. Okay. Then we will do it this way. Okay. You watch Topsy and Turvy as you make the prayer and the light glows onto the mushroom cap. And you watch the mist kind of form around it, and it seems very strange, but it almost looks like the moon pushing itself out of a cloud. Kind of the half, almost like an optical illusion. And you watch Topsy and Turvy both like disappear, like kind of in a quick rush. It that's like
Wait, it's a full moon?
no. So Sai prayed to his lunar goddess and casted magic onto a mushroom cap to have it like glow in circular light, and then prayed to his moon goddess. So it's more of like an illusion of a full moon.
Shvina has her skirts up, hiding
Is
her
it
eyes from the
Selene?
light.
Yes.
Oh, a fun fact. My character worships Selene, so
Hey,
Oh, okay. Then, in that case,
he will know this ritual. He's not like a cleric, but he definitely knows.
I just set up a mini shrine with incense and everything since I got my priest pack back, and I haven't prayed since I haven't had the time to pray to my god. I was eating, so I just kind of walked.
Okay.
Away from the crowd of commotion, essentially. So.
Renee is over by the fire, kind of looking at the ritual that you're casting, or that you're praying, and is just kind of forlorn. Like there's some sadness about what he's watching, and he looks away briefly.
okay. You watched again, like Bupido kind of lean over, and he kind of walks over to you, Renee, kind of taking a couple scoots closer, and he kind of like you see that he has gotten his items back as well. He has kind of a long staff, looking to be made of like an exceedingly long femur bone that's sharpened on one end, and he takes the kind of like ball and joint area and like taps you like on the chin a little bit.
Critical success.
Critical
for
success.
my roll.
Okay, no, you are totally fine then. You are good. You feel like a sigh of relief, and you feel yourself like empowered by this prayer. No any actual advantages for anyone, but it does feel good to like get out of that prison where you were entirely disconnected from your god.
Okay.
Selene,
Remember-
grant us strength, grant us wisdom, and help us through our darkest hours.
Renee, the Fezriness speaks highly upon us today. As he points up to the mist. I'll give you the spelling of it right now. It's Fezriness. Is the best that I can pronounce it. It is kind of a long and strange name.
So, Wizards of the Coast, in all of their glory and intelligence, have actually provided pronunciation guides with almost every single one of their published campaigns. So, there should be in the back of the book or in the front of it a pronunciation guide. Maybe they weren't doing that when Out of the Abyss came out, but I know in most of the recent ones that they put pronunciation guides in.
Okay, let me run to the back.
Not that
and
like,
see.
not that it matters. Like whatever you say it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like that might be in the book if you feel like it might be helpful.
I actually probably could because it is kind of a long. Phasris. Okay, much easier to spell now that I have the word directly in front of my head. It's Phasris. Phasris. We're gonna go with Phasris. I will post it in the Out of the Abyss chat so you guys can see what the name is called.
Phasris. Renee is gonna look up at him and look up at the mists. Has Renee seen this like while he was kind of trudging into the Underdark before?
So yes, but not as prevalent as it is now. It was more just like almost like a slight twinkle that came through, and you would see it occasionally in some places, very light.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you can see it, it's like very, very prevalent. almost like you know how mist normally floats towards the ground. It's like a mist
On
on
the
the
ceiling.
roof, on the ceiling. And it's very, very thick. I do not know
So you-
here, but it has been in the Underdark since the Drow were banished here by the elves millennia ago.
And you believe it's a good omen?
The Ferris gives and takes. It can, and you watch him kind of mutter something. Spinna, you know that Bupido, now that you see what he's casting, he's a creature known as a Darrow. Darrows are like small humanoid, kind of a mix between like a goblin and like a deep gnome. But smaller and kind of furry. He is what is known as a Darrow savant. So he is like, to give you player's guide idea, they are born as level 5 spellcasters.
Jesus.
So they are very, very powerful spellcasters, and you watch him kind of close his eyes, and he begins like moving the staff around. And as he does, he begins like the Fair's wrist begins like molding and pulling itself into almost like a smoke story, like you would see in like a Native American tale of some sort. Long ago, the Drow and the elves lived peacefully, but there were issues. A war happened, and the Drow were cast away. The Eladrin favored the elves, forest elves, and high elves. The Drow were banished to the Underdark. Some believe that the magic that cursed the Drow to forever live in darkness away from sunlight is the Ferris. It is ancient magic. Powerful, godly magic. This could only have been done by a power higher than the greatest cleric of any Fey order. And as he like
Spinner
shows,
just-
the picture shifts through, and you can watch like Drow darkened clouds and light bright clouds clash and fight as the Drow are pushed into the deep, dark, and damp Underdark. It is it is a horrible story. The Drow wished to return to the surface and enact revenge.
Most do. Not all.
But
How do you feel about it?
is revenge really worth it?
I don't want revenge. The only thing that I want revenge on is something that I can't attain. The only thing I desire is to be up and actually produce cloth and do things, not
You're a
be
kind heart.
trapped here.
I want revenge.
No, I'm a selfish. I know you want revenge, Nord. I don't have a kind heart. I'm a pragmatic person. I don't care about the Drow because they don't care about me. I don't care about anybody really, unless they care about me.
You nearly did get your revenge.
I did. I got my revenge on the person who caused me to be sent to death, but that is not my main revenge. I want to go against the person who slighted me. But how am I supposed to attack a high priestess? Especially
With a
one in the
dagger.
capital city. Listen, I don't like killing. It's not my place, not my time.
Then you lock her head in a bubble full of air, and you get her feet, and you tie some rocks to them, and you drop her in the ocean.
Or I just feed her to giant spiders like I did with Asha. Speaking of which, I'm so happy I did that. Oh my loaf. Ugh, that woman was horrible. I swear, I think she's the one who sabotaged me. Me, putting itching powder in clothing! Are you kidding? Are you mad?
Nod at the mention of being eaten by spiders just kind of goes glassy-eyed and is just sort of staring off into space. He
I
sort of hugs
didn't-
himself.
It's a horrible thing. I was attacked by the giant spiders when I was a girl. That's why I'm afraid of them. They terrify me.
He pauses as he tries to collect the words. I have a question.
To
He
whom?
addresses to Spinny.
Yes.
How, if you don't mind me asking, he pauses as he tries to find the right word. How were you turned into... He just
A
looks-
Drider?
Yes, he nods.
It's very simple. You get cursed by a high priestess. I don't know the semantics of the magic, but I was, as every drow is at one point, betrayed.
Well, at least you still have meat on your bones.
I appreciate it, but
ever-
I don't.
Have you ever heard of a drow that was made not from magic, but from meat?
You mean a Drider?
A drider
Oh,
made not from magic, but from meat?
I don't quite understand what you mean. Are you talking about like a golem?
I've heard about this guy. He lurks way down in the deep levels. I've heard.
I
I've heard that he
don't.
makes driders, but from meat and not from magic. But
Then
they
they're
so
not
smart
true
sometimes.
driders. Most Driders lose their minds as soon as the transformation is complete. I'm lucky to be how I am.
I'll be right back.
I want to say, like, Ashvin has been doing this. She's been using her her weaver's tools and like her teeth to try and adjust the armor that they got, the leather armor, to be the size for her.
Okay.
Unless
I'm
because
totally
she's been
cool.
doing that and like getting her rope
Okay, so
and like using her silk to do it.
this could be something that you could put on your character sheet if you would like to, or you can do something that's like write it down physically. So
Mhm.
you are piecing together a set of Drider leather armor, was it? No.
Yep.
Okay, Drider leather
Yes.
armor. So every day you can roll a d20 plus your proficiency bonus, and when you reach 100, you will have finished the armor. So you can make your first roll tonight as you work to complete that armor.
Okay. It's gonna
So
take
some
some
days
time.
you get a 20 and you get a
Oh,
bonus.
she's
Some days you get a 1 and me.
so it's her like heating up her needle to try and not break it to get through the armor. And that first one isn't that 20. Okay, let's start this thing strong, Spinna. Let's get a fifth of the way there. Hell
So
yes,
you
girl.
you kind of lose and focus yourself and just like kind of just talking back and forth, almost like if you could rage
This is what she did.
while weaving. If you could rage while weaving, thinking about Asha and how you're going to destroy her and how she slighted you, you just kind of piece of armor.
I
but
mean,
yeah,
this
no,
is what she did when she was in her tailor shop. Is she would talk and she would weave.
Okay, so you spend a good portion of the rest of the evening working on your leather armor. Renee,
Actually has navigator's tools, so he has a compass. I don't know if he's gonna like pull that out and does it work down here, and might anyone know where north would lead us?
Okay, so to kind of explain, let me pull up a quick view map of the Underdark real quick. Sorry if my face is just absolutely
No, it's fine. It's
blown
absolutely
up
wonderful.
right. Okay, so if I can think of where you guys are in Velknevev, so you guys are approximately. So who would you like to ask? And they can explain to you.
I would bring it up with our Shushar, our friend Shushar.
You head over to Shushar. Yes, Renee?
Gosh. I hand him the compass. Is your village, your city, is that where? What direction is it in?
You see he takes a hold of the compass. Doesn't know what it is. Kind of
Okay.
looks at it. We're about 3 days from Dark Lake, which is to the west. He's trying to like really think and judge and understand surface dwelling navigation, because sometimes things are down and up in the Underdark. So it's kind of a three-dimensional travel. Like a city could be 50 miles down, or a city
Right.
could be. So he explains that it's about 3 days, but he knows He knows how to get to the Dark Lake from most anywhere.
Okay.
And that
And you're confident in that?
100%. I am 100%. Sorry. I am 100% in my ability to get home.
Okay.
Akuatoa knows.
Fair enough. Was just trying to help.
No. I could use someone up in front with me, who can see in the dark.
I'm your man.
Can you?
I could totally make someone see in the dark if they don't have it already. Just saying.
I
Eldeth
should have
not,
it.
Eldeth does not know. Cannot see in the dark at all. She is blind down here. So you would be useful, and you are a much better conversator than Eldeth is.
Elder, those who would not like to walk tomorrow, to give your feet a rest, may ride on my back. I don't mind.
You see Topsy and Turvy kind of come back, but they look to be like on all fours, kind of just like creeping forward, kind of like peeking around, like
It's all right, Jace.
we'll take a ride with you. We'll ride with you. Is that okay?
Of course, it's fine. I wouldn't offer if it wasn't.
Okay, so they kind of like scramble up in together and like pull themselves close
I
to
mean,
you.
like, her
Because
skirts are nice and thick and warm, so anybody who wants to comfort can just cuddle up against Shvina.
And then you see Jim Jar this whole time has been just kind of like finally free, having been one of the longer people that were in the prison. Kind of is just resting his head, and he's kind of half laying on your lap. Topsy and Turvy over there. Stool is sitting over with Shushar. Ront is kind of off by himself, doing his own kind of thing, sitting over there, kind of far away from the fire, doesn't need any help, doesn't need anyone. And Eldeth kind of curls up, and we'll kind of jump forward now. You guys spend the next 2 days traveling, kind of medium pace, still able to forage, still able to pull things together. You can make 2 rolls on your stuff right now, Spinna. So make 2 rolls, add them up. You don't gotta tell me what they are. Just as you piece together towards 100, when you get real close, just give me a heads up. But yeah, you guys kind of forage, get some more food, get enough to where you guys have like a pack. You actually watch Eldeth.
So, we got 2 days, you say?
Yeah, so we'll
I've
have
been trying
you'll
to convert
travel.
people in 2 days.
No, yeah. So you guys travel back and forth, or not back and forth, but through the
Water.
Underdark. Eventually, now coming to the map, we are now out in Foundry. You guys piece together kind of a general understanding of how close you are to the Dark Lake. you watch Shushar kind of write up a very crude map, kind of like, this is Blingdenstone, and this is Gracklstrug, and this is Sloopletop, and this is the Dark Lake, and kind of pieces that, like, and again, along with days, you can see that Jim Jar tells you that Gracklstrug is roughly, let me get the time frame correct here, that Gracklstrug is approximately 28 days from where you are now. And with like some help from figuring out what Gracklstrug is, you're kind of told like, oh, once you get to Gracklstrug, then you're only 12 days from Neverlight Grove, and 20 days from Blingdenstone. So the distances are pretty far and the travel's pretty long, but they kind of explain the situation like, you guys are getting close. And you guys kind of come up onto this larger cavern that's kind of split off. And you see Shushar kind of takes the lead. We're now in the foundry. If you guys want to hop in, you watch Shushar kind of take the lead. Everyone
Shusha,
kind of like,
please do be careful.
We are close. We are very close. We
Shvina puts all the smaller beings on her back just to make sure they don't get lost and can hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Once we get
I
here,
love that the
can
happy
I
music
like?
just
or no?
ended. I'm
Once
sorry?
we get to the Dark Lake, can I like pull out my little bat whistle from around my neck or wherever I keep it, and call
100%.
my bat with my stuff?
So we the next map will be the like official entrance to the Dark Lake, but you guys are making it there. You guys watch Shushar. He kind of walks forward, kind of looking around. Which way? As you guys kind of reach this like 4-way spot up here, and he begins like circling around this kind of large indent in the center. Where?
I wanted to ask, could Renee have been with his navigator's tools, like drawing up a map as
Yes.
like we're moving? Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely. I don't have a map on me at this very second,
Just like-
but I can piece one together as you guys ride into the before next
Yeah.
session.
Yeah,
I know
just
you
I
as
was
we're
gonna say
going.
something so stupid.
but I will send it to you.
I was just about to be like, Shvina can put her thread on the wall. And I said, wait, no, that'd be really easy to track. That'd be so stupid. I almost like actually was gonna do that, and I was like, wait a minute, let me think.
By the way, everybody,
No.
when we leveled up, I took my level as rogue, so I am a fighter rogue. So everyone is aware.
Nice.
Okay,
I
cool.
just
Yeah, I'm gonna
traded
become
to
full
my
sorcerer.
Twilight, so
Oh, I'm a Hexblade warlock and fighter,
Sorceress.
so everyone knows.
yeah, sorceress.
I'm going to build a better
I'm wild
ranger
magic.
by building a
Laser
fighter
blade.
rogue.
I don't know. Rangers can be some pretty good hefty ones. Just look
Rangers
at Claire
can
from Wednesday.
Rangers can fling out some damage, but
Oh, yeah.
Beastmaster Rangers are not good.
No.
Flavor wise,
but
they're
Claire's
fun
great.
because you get like a pet, but like you don't ever get to
Puppies.
improve the pet. It doesn't
No,
like
that
scale with
ranger
you
we
or
speak
anything,
of, they're
and
gonna
it gets
be going
capped
arcane
off real
archer,
early.
so-
It's like CR
They're going-
1/4 or something.
She's going.
They're going
Okay, we.
She's going into
I-
arcane
we-
archer,
Nice. Sorry.
like
Okay.
I recommended.
So you guys watch Shushar, kind of us piecing around, kind of half going down each, like down each place and like trying to figure out where did I come? I don't.
Shusha?
I'm trying to remember. One second.
Shusha, come here.
1 second. I know. I
You
know
need
where
to
it's at.
think.
As you guys see that, you guys hear a grumble, kind of a shaking. The whole I don't know if I'm doing that pretty well on the
I
camera
didn't
there,
realize with Twilight
you guys-
my night vision is 300 feet.
Yeah, it's 300 feet. You're insane.
And
but
I
yes,
share it
you
as
guys feel like a
action.
rumbling and a shaking, and you watch Shushar kind of like almost lose his balance and like half fall into the cavern, like into this hole in the center, and he has his hand up and he's holding himself like And as that is going on, you guys see kind of in the center of this giant area, just
The rock lobster. Oh, it's actually a
Uh-oh.
octopus. Oh! Let's do it.
Oh
Oh,
jeez.
he's a lot bigger.
It's a
yeah, I had to size it
octopus.
up.
It's a
It's a
octopus.
octopus.
You guys
It's gonna
watch
rock our world.
that Shushar is now hanging on the edge here, and this thing
Oh, dear.
shoots a hand up, and begins like pulling itself up and out of this like large cavern here. And this is an absolutely massive creature. I don't think I can make its token any bigger. I was thinking about trying to make its token bigger, which it probably should be.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know that
cool.
immediately
There we
Spin
go.
is gonna
Now it's
like
filling up.
get
Nice.
everybody off. She's
Um,
getting all the little ones off of her, and she's just skittering over to Shushar.
Okay, so Stool's gonna get bumped over here. Pepito, Topsy, Jim Jar.
Off, off, off.
Did I lose Turvy? Where's Turvy at? There's Turvy.
Turvey's down here. He's turned down here somewhere.
Okay. So I'll run Turvy over. Okay. So Turvy is right over there. And we're gonna, I guess, roll initiative as this thing
Woo!
crashes into the area.
Let's do it.
I've equipped it all you
Nice.
guys
How do you
into
like to do initiative? Calling out or
There's a tracker
Oh.
in the foundry.
yeah, we've toggled a what's it called in the foundry? So everyone click your
I rolled
initiative
now.
thing.
I rolled initiative. I gotta.
Oh, I used
Jim Jar, Bront, Shushar,
I rolled
Gould, Topsy,
mine.
Turvy. It's just Renee, Spin. So I can roll for you guys in here.
I rolled my
I mean, I
real
rolled my
dice.
physical dice,
Yeah.
and I
like
got a
to-
19. But
I rolled my digital dice and my initiative.
how do you change it?
I don't know
Nice.
how I am able. Oh, I can't. Okay, so tell me what you rolled, and I can alter this. I can alter your initiative in the actual chat.
I got a 19.
19. Anyone else roll physically?
Yes, sir.
Dirty 19. Yeah.
Dirty 19. Okay. So I will
I rolled
update.
digitally at initiative at 20.
Okay, 19. So I rolled a 20, good, and a dirty 19 for Renee.
Yeah, have it. I have my character linked to Foundry from D&D Beyond, so I don't have to use the Foundry dice. They bug me.
Sweet. All right, 19. After combat and Roland, I'm rolling for you right now. So he got 11.
Okay. So what did you roll for? Did you roll for the Rocktopus?
Yes, I rolled for the Rocktopus.
Rocktopus.
The Rocktopus got a 19 as well.
Actually, I foresaw this.
Oh.
I can change someone's roll as long as the effect isn't felt or something.
Okay.
He got 3.
Did
Okay.
you just divine
Nice.
sorcerer him?
Oh wait,
Did you just divine him?
yeah, 8. It's actually 8. Yeah, I divined.
It's such a
his
shitty, it's
initiation.
such a cucky thing to do to.
But it's an. You said it's an 8. His initiative's now an 8 or a 3.
8.
8. Okay. I have updated him. And I have the giant Rocktopus. I'm gonna begin combat. Sai, it is your go.
Okay, so at the who's around me right now? I'm gonna do cleric things. Be some nice person. Where's the majority of my actual party? Not these NPCs. I guess everybody's helpful.
We're over here.
Where's the ruler at? Is it the ruler?
We're kind of like half and half.
Everybody's within. Nah. I'm trying to see where
We're
all in 30 feet.
just
of me.
about 30 feet.
You know what I'm doing already? I'm just like. I should just hit this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and how do I go back to my little thing?
I'm probably gonna run up.
How do I like get rid of the little thing now? Little
What
little
thing?
ruler. The ruler.
You just click off of it. You just click on something else, like the select targets. Over on the left, there should be a. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move. try to position myself. Remove my movement right there. We'll do it again. Hit nod. Should hit everybody within 30 feet right here. I'm gonna go ahead and may my silver lady bless us, and I'm going to go ahead and do my channel of inner Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
As an action, you present your holy symbol sphere. The twilight emits from you, and the sphere creates a 30-foot radius filled with the dim light. The sphere moves with you and it lasts for 1 minute until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you grant that creature one of these benefits. You grant a D6 plus D6 plus 2 temporary hit points, or I could get rid of a charm or fear effect. So that's my action. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Charm, fear effect, ability to remove. Did you have any attacks or a bonus action?
It takes. I mean, it might have a bonus action. I don't think I do though, unfortunately. I'm just gonna go ahead and my holy symbol is attached to my shield, so I'm gonna go ahead and like just put my shield in front of me and just ready to just like I know. If I need to react, I will. But right here, I'm just gonna try to. So, I Twilight Sanctioned everybody. So end a turn in there. So everybody ends their turn in there, including myself. On their turn, we'll get a D6. So I'm gonna get D6 plus 2 hit points. So temporary hit points.
Sweet. Okay, we jump over to
It's a 7.
Eldeth now.
7 hit points.
Oh, it was rhythm. Do you want like fight music?
We can't put fight music on. My apologies. I didn't.
Scared the
I just
shit
have
out of me.
background.
I'll grab it. Don't worry. I'll grab it. No worries. Or this works. That's tense.
You see her kind of head right to the edge of the of this cavern area, and she's going to actually make a strike against.
Still in my range. Still in my range. I'm just all like, sure, still the range. 30 feet's a lot of radius. Holy crap. Not barely in it. Rots in it. I only did position myself just so I can hit everybody. The only way I can't hit is way the heck over there. So.
Alright, she's gonna pull
Damn,
out her
Roland.
battle axe. Do attack for 5 slashing damage on a 14. Giant Rocktopus. That does hit him. Does it hit the Giant Rocktopus? It does hit the Giant Rocktopus. Alright. And so he is going to. Do I assign it to a person? Apply full damage to selected token. Sweet. Boom. I select your token, Giant Rocktopus. And.
You can also click them and press T to
Boom.
focus
I figured out how it worked. She did 5 damage to the Giant Rocktopus, and we move on to the next initiative. I'm figuring out how
She's
combat
still
works.
ending my turn in that radius, so she'll gonna go ahead and get a. It's gonna be 7 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. So that's 6.
Voice.
Just wait till I
Alright.
go
If we're still
with
handing off
Paladin.
control of NPCs, I'll take Ront.
So we're gonna do that next session, just
Oh,
because
okay,
not everyone
cool.
had a choice. But yeah, once we get closer into the
I haven't
Underdark,
decided
yes.
which ones I wanted, so.
All right.
Renee, is your go.
Awesome. Renee is going to wait. How do I turn off the? Here we go. Move up to Shushar. It's just so he's within 5 feet of Shushar and the Rocktopus, and he's going to use his bonus action to cast his Hexblade's Curse on the Rocktopus, and against the cursed target, I get +2 bonus to damage, and I score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. And if it dies, I regain 5 HP. So, yeah. And then I'm going to cast a cantrip, Booming Blade.
Okay.
And that is a.
Hexblade.
Oh, is it? I assume it's like
Oh, you're good.
within. It's on the same level as us, right?
Yes. No, it has pulled
Yeah.
it has pulled itself up and is using some of its legs to hold itself up in this cavern.
Cool.
And the other bits are swinging at you.
So, that's an 18 plus everything. So
That hits.
that hits, and it's gonna do real quick long sword. There we go.
My favorite Hexblade.
Wow,
is College of Swords Hexblade.
It's cocked on D&D Beyond. Wait, is it cocked? No.
It would give you a number still.
8.
It looks
there
cocked.
it is. Yeah. Okay. That's 8 damage.
All right.
Plus, yeah. Yep, and then it's sheathed in the booming energy.
Renee, you will also.
Alright, and the booming energy does it does an extra damage. Oh no, it's if it moves, right?
Only if it moves out of the
Okay. Okay. That is perfect. Next, we shift over. Spinna, it is your go.
So Renee, at your turn, I'm gonna grant you Chamber hit points. Certainly, it's only 5, man.
That's all right. I'm okay with 5.
I'm going to do a Chaos Bolt against
Okay.
it.
I like
It's
that
a
this
first
new
level
grant.
spell.
So when you grant, do I
That
have
is
him roll it, or
fine.
can I roll it, or does it roll it? No, it just says you grant it, so I'm assuming I roll it.
Yeah.
Don't roll out. That's rude. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Only lasts a minute, so that's what,
Oh,
10
okay.
rounds?
No, that hits.
All
That's a
right.
lot of time.
For what is it gonna be? I gotta see because these are both the same thing. Well, I can't really have it leap to another thing, but it's going to be 2d8 plus 1d6, so that's going to be 14, and then plus a d6. That's going to be 18 psychic damage.
18 psychic damage.
A lot of seconds.
And let me guess, do I roll on it, or?
No. So it'll be under
Okay.
like high stress or kind of crazy situations. I'll give you a heads
Okay,
up to
let
start
me
your
know.
turn.
Alright, and then that is going to be her turn.
And your turn in it, what do you get?
Oh, wait,
You get
she's
4
gonna...
you get 4 temporary hit points.
I appreciate
3
that, but
technically. 3
she's
of
gonna
it.
use her... 3? That's perfectly fine. She's gonna use her object interaction to lower a rope to Shushar.
So
Get as close to Shushar and just
okay.
throw a rope at him. And it's tied around her waist, so he'll be able to pull up sturdily.
Okay. So if you move right here, you can. If you're where you're standing right now, you'd throw it over Renee. But if you move
okay,
yourself
I'll be
over-
able to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be able to. Yeah, I'll be right here.
Okay.
Or she can
Use
just
the-
literally just grab him and pick him up.
Okay. Yeah. You hop over there. You can't interact with him, but
Wait,
you can pull a rope out. But you
Sorry,
used your
let me-
action.
there we go. I'm within the 30 feet.
Oh, nice. I'm just like, you're not at 30 feet. Crucial.
I'm in the 30 feet. I made
Give
sure.
the
I made
free
sure.
hills.
Yeah. So you
Yeah, I
you move
made
over
sure.
to where Shushar is at. Next we shift over to Bapito. You watch Bapito kind of jump back. He is an older man, so he does not engage in combat.
So he's disengaging, I guess.
He's kind of putting himself over in a corner here. He is far off. Yeah. He put himself as far away as he can right now from the Rocktopus. So he will not do anything. Stool also is going to run over and kind of hide back next to Pupito.
So let's give them also temporary hit points just because. 3 points to them.
All right, 3 points to them, and it's your turn, Nod.
I roll low.
All right, so Nod, have I gotten my bat back yet, or no?
No, you guys aren't at the Dark Lake yet.
Okay, cool. So I guess Nod is going to fly into the shadows and hide.
Very, very easy. You are hidden. Stealth.
You don't get no free temporary hit points. That's it.
So I rolled a 12, and my bonus to stealth is 7, so that's a 19.
Alright, 19 stealth. Alright, do we jump over to the next person? Is that all you are doing for now?
Is hiding a bonus action for a level 1 rogue, or do you have to be a higher level rogue for that to be a bonus action?
I think it's 2,
Yeah,
maybe?
it's
I think it's
level
2.
Or 2.
You start 2 or 3, you get your bonus action stuff.
It's 2 cunning actions too.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
fine,
cool.
I
Yeah,
knew
so
it.
yeah, hiding was my action. I'll go ahead and move like my full movement though. Let's see. I started here. 5, 10, 15, 20. 10 more feet. I'll just get like 10 feet further this way.
Okay, sweet.
Leaving us, he's like, I'm gonna get my stuff.
I'm just getting
All right.
I'm just getting the hell away from that thing.
Alright,
And
next we
yeah.
shift over. Oh wait. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we shift over to Roland now.
Roland moves towards the party. As he does this,
Can-
you hit him chat.
I was actually. Oh, wait, do I have my action surge yet? I don't actually think I have that yet. I was gonna say I was gonna action surge to shoot it before my turn was over, but I have second wind, not action surge. Never mind. Sorry.
Level
Yeah.
2, I think you get it.
You hear Roland chants as a shield, somewhat of a shield starts to glow run off him. He casts mage armor on himself.
Okay. You cast mage armor. Well, the team mascot. Alright. Is there anything else going on, Roland?
Nope.
Alright. We shift over next to Shushar. Shushar is going to attempt to pull himself up.
He gets an 18. I foresaw it.
Oh, okay. Shushar quickly and gracefully shwink, pulls himself up and out. And is, again, an elderly man. He is not...
You're a
he is
lot lighter than you look.
but he is also a pacifist, so he is going to make his full movement to move away. And yeah, move away as far as he can. No, okay. We got 30 feet.
Does he incur an opportunity attack?
Disengaging?
Disengage
yeah,
does not incur opportunity attacks, if I'm correct,
He did not
right?
disengage. He just
Yeah,
got
he had to
Oh,
pull
yeah.
himself out.
Okay, yeah, so that will actually, you're right, make an opportunity attack. So we're gonna make sure that she
That's
does
5
that.
rolling for you, ruining your turn. My circle of power.
Okay.
My Twilight Blessing.
So Shushar is actually missed. So he is good. And he runs over into a corner.
Okay with that.
Next is the giant roctopus. So the giant
Ugh.
roctopus is actually just in general closest. He is going to swing at you first, Renee.
Oh, and also,
Multi-attack?
Kai, can you give me your Twilight?
They do have multi-attack.
Moved it in your radius.
I think
Say that again?
Kai, don't forget to give me your temporary hit points.
I did. It's 5. I did the measurement, gave you 5. It's up above. The tentacle attack.
Oh, first. Okay, that is.
Straight roll.
Sorry, guys. I should be rolling their stuff away and out. So that is actually a 22 to hit, and it's 11 bludgeoning damage.
That hits. Oof.
That's a 10 hit point though, not a lot, but it's
Oh, I
there.
do. Too. Yes. Okay.
I think it's like 3 you got.
No,
gotta
you
keep
gave me
track of
5.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gotta
you
keep
gave me
track of
5.
that.
So 5. So I take away 5 from 11. So I take 6 damage. Okay. Can I use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke?
You can. If you choose to use your reaction, you will be grappled. In other words,
I will be grappled. Oh.
so
Okay,
you
never
can
mind.
Hellish Rebuke him. If not, actually wait, no, never mind. It's not even a thing. You automatically are grappled once you're hit with him. Okay, yes, you may use your reaction. You're going to be grappled either way.
Okay, yeah. Cool. I'm totally casting Hellish Rebuke. A little cast. It's 2d10s. See this?
Does he need any
7.
save or anything?
Dex save of 14. DC 14.
Okay.
What we got here?
Sorry, I need to roll that publicly so you guys see. I think I can actually make this public. There we go.
Roll. Okay. Nothing.
Good roll.
Okay.
Or wait, is it yeah, you take 7. Take half
says
damage.
Take half damage.
So
so-
7. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. And then his multi-attack, he is actually going to go for Spinna, since you are also right next there. He's going to toss 2 right over there towards you.
Let's do it.
So here comes his next.
Is the grapple a save?
Yes, it is a DC 16 dexterity saving throw to break yourself out of it.
Do it. Let's see if I get hit.
Yeah,
I-
19.
Uber apologize. I will reveal that. So
Nat 20.
No, I'm not lying to you. That is a nat 20.
Let's do it.
You
Hit.
take
Big
9 points of damage and are grappled as well.
Shvina just goes, I think I've read about this somewhere. Whoa!
So I'm gonna place both of you guys kind of like on top of him a little bit. As you guys are, he's holding himself up with 4 of his arms, and his other 4 arms are being used to attack. So he grabs both of you, and you can see he like turns himself up a little bit and has like a what looks to be like a like a flint sharpened beak. And he is going to try and eat you eventually.
Oh dear.
Did you say it was a dex save?
Yes, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Do we get to make that now or not?
Yeah, when can we make that?
You make that at the start of your next turn.
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
After that, it is go back to combat. It is Turvy. You watch Turvy like pick up a rock off the ground and and huck it. So he does not have his. So I imported the Darrow's thing, but they don't actually have weapons. So I'm gonna roll like it's a light crossbow, but I'm gonna take the damage as a D2. So instead, he does 2. He does 2 points of damage and hucks it at the giant roctopus. Nope, not that. There we go. And you see after him, it is Ront. You see Ront actually like step up a little bit, like look at the cavern. This ain't my fight. This ain't my fight.
You.
I'm just trying to get to the surface.
And you need us. Get this thing off of
What do you want
me.
me to do? You want me to hit it with my hands? I don't have any weapons.
You're strong enough, aren't you?
Why
Or are
am I
you
gonna
a
hit it
weakling?
with my fist?
Grab a frog. Toby's even more important than you are.
You watch him like reach down and like see these pile of like bones. He like grabs like one of the femurs and is like, "Ugh," and hucks it.
Improvised
That's my
club.
brother.
Improvised club.
So he actually does 2 points of damage with it. So
It works.
Yeah, as he hucks it. Okay. Next is Jim Jar. Jim Jar, unfortunately, is also not a fighter. He is a betting man. So he runs over by Stool, and you guys look like you got this one. I bet you at the end of the night that you guys kill this thing. I'll do extra foraging.
If we kill this,
What do you want it to do? It's gonna eat me. I'm the size of like one of
That's
its
so
suckers
loud.
on its
that's
tentacles.
so loud.
That's
Oh
so
my
true.
god.
No, he's just a small boy.
I am a sucker. I am like the size of a sucker on that thing. Like its eyeballs bigger than I am.
If we kill this, Roland, you are totally cooking this.
Oh, that's totally fine. It looks like it's made of rocks though. But yeah. And you watch Topsy also, as we jump to the next bit of combat. Topsy also grabs a rock and it's like, yeah, and
Wesley,
chucks
Topsy,
it.
Where are you going for? Like,
I love him.
Okay, so Topsy also hits and does 1 point of damage. Why does that keep happening? Okay, there we go. Nope. Yes, that's it. Close. Okay. And jumping into the next person, we are back at the top. Sai, it is your go.
oh yeah, I know what we're doing here. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt. Let all whom my light touch be vanquished by my moon goddess. And I'm gonna go ahead and Guiding Bolt this thing. Attempt to anyway.
Alright.
No, fail me now, guys. That's good. That's gonna be 23. Does that hit?
Nah. Yeah, no, it does. Definitely.
I'm just like 23, isn't it? Then I don't know what the CR is. I guess we're gonna go then.
Right, Giant Rocktopus uses Harden.
9 points of damage. It's not good,
9
really roll,
points.
guys.
Alright. Okay. We jump next to
I'm gonna go ahead, give myself temporary hit points.
Eldeth is going to swing again with her battle axe. She misses.
7 for me.
Eldeth misses with her battle axe.
And
You
then
see
she
her
missed again.
swing and right past them. Renee, it is your go. You are grappled.
That's right. Now I can make the deck save?
DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Oof. Alright.
What's up, Captain Bullet?
12.
12? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're still grappled. You may attack with disadvantage if you want to.
Yeah. I think I will. So I'm just gonna use my long sword. I'll use booming blade again. Same thing. 11 plus 6, so 17 to hit.
That hits.
So they're just being held by the tentacles at this moment.
Yeah, they're just restrained, so they're just at disadvantage to make attacks.
All right, and that's gonna be 13 long slashing.
13 slashing. Okay.
Yeah. While grappled, I'm just swinging my long sword. I've got my shield up. I'm just like going for the tentacles.
And with that, oh,
It goes down.
so actually, in the same token as you killing it, I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. Spinna and Renee.
Can Spinna use hers to help catch him? Because if so, I can just spider climb us up.
I got 16.
Hey, I also got a 16!
Wait, so you want to use your reaction to? Okay, so both of you actually are fine. As they like fall as the giant rocktopus is crashing down, Renee, you managed to like grab onto the edge, and Spinna, same thing. You managed to like put your spider climb into put your legs into the wall and climb
As
on
she's
up.
climbing, she's just gonna pick him up and just like help him up.
Yep. So you guys make it all the way up to the top to save.
Well, that certainly was an experience.
Shushar.
Are you alright?
You watch Shushar come back. Just I'm perfectly fine. Perfectly
You
fine.
were very brave. Sigh, thank you.
I wouldn't say that.
I gave 44 tip health points.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and technically I get to add those again, right? Because I
Uh,
ended my turn?
Yeah,
Or
we
does it-
technically ended our turns next
Technically,
to
ending
you.
your turn before combat. Yes, it's just you'll get tip hit points, and then they're there, and then so you get another.
How many do we get?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, you guys see
4.
at the bottom. It's about a 40-foot drop, but you can see the giant Roctopus corpse at the bottom.
Would
So
you
it's by
like me
no
to go and
means, like-
harvest?
By no means not harvestable.
It's not harvestable?
No, but it's by no means not harvestable.
Oh, okay.
So it's totally harvestable.
Negative.
And as you guys say that and like begin to decide, Shushar kind of pops his head up. Oh, it's this way.
Remembers.
Just it gets attacked by a
So I
giant
gave
rock
50
octopus.
temporary hit points out that round, just to. Then again, once it's just us, once we get rid of our followers, I think it'll be a lot less. But
That's crazy.
Would you all like me to just climb down there, collect some of the corpse, see if there's any salvageable meat?
Yes.
Perhaps if it's like a regular octopus, we could get ink sacs.
Well,
Matt
we can
perks up at
make
the sound
us
of
some-
ink sacks and goes down to help. I can fly, so I
Yeah,
don't have to
Shvina's gonna-
climb.
Shvina's
Yeah,
using
you
her
guys fly
spider
down.
climb to just climb down.
Both give me survival checks. As you attempt to salvage what you can from it.
I got a 13, and then my bonus to survival is 2, so 15.
That is a 15 plus 3, so that's gonna be an 18.
So you guys managed to pull off this thing, haulable, about 45 pounds of like salvageable meat, like octopus meat.
Okay.
About 45 pounds of salvageable octopus meat. You also managed to pull some like flint from its beak. You can pull its beak out, and there are like what would be the equivalent of about 4 large sharp flint things. So like instead of like a arrowhead, they'd be more like javelin heads or spearheads. You have like 4 flint spearhead equivalents, or you could use them like for flint and steel. That's up to you guys. But 4 flint things. You guys also managed to recover not ink sacs, but dust sacs. As you cut them open, this has adapted to no longer need water breathing or anything like that, or needing to be in water. So it has like a dust, like an ultra fine dust.
Oh my god, we get pocket sand.
So you guys have about 25 pounds of ultra fine dust inside of these sacks. You do see inside that they are fleshy. And with the 18, you guys can actually cut out some of its organs to use as water skins. So you guys have about 4 water skins. And if you take the time, you know this specifically, this would be Nod, that you can use the head of it. So if you cut that those like rocks off the outside, kind of take the fleshy inside, you can make like a rucksack out of its head. After you clear all the stuff out and dried it.
That would be wonderful for Spinna, to where she doesn't have to carry everything in her pockets.
Yeah. So you guys can you can make a rucksack out of that, but that's what all you guys find salvageable.
Yeah. Spinna's gonna take the time to clean it and like pile everything inside before looking at Nod and going, well, I'll meet you up there, I guess.
Flying out.
Don't get your wings in a twist. And Shmina's gonna carefully climb up.
Okay, no, you climb up. You guys get all your stuff. And yeah, everyone begins kind of making their way up, following Shusar.
Alrighty.
He's gonna check in with our little friend. Oh,
Oop, no, lost you. Cut out.
what's
Oh, you're
his
frozen.
name? The
Oh no! We lost him. He's
He's
robotic.
becoming a Warforged!
We're losing you, Renee, but his name is Stool.
Rest in peace.
Emergency food.
No, Renee froze out.
I mean, he'll be great to gnaw on. Oh, it says that he's speaking, but he's very quiet.
Hi, sorry.
No, you're totally good.
Not sure what happened. Stool.
Yeah, his name's Stool.
Yes.
I'm just trying to get home. Sorry. I'm just trying to get home alive.
But are you okay?
Sorry if I couldn't help. I really wanted to. I just can't. He kind of like moves his like little tufts and cap. He's like, I could beat him up, but I can't.
Stick with us. You'll grow
fine.
big and strong.
But I'm good. I'm gonna shift you guys up to the next map, so I'm gonna make you guys kind of a bunch again, so I can copy and paste you over to the next area.
Alrighty.
Let me play up here too, Sai. Sorry.
I don't know. We need.
I copied you
I'm not
guys
seeing 300
over.
feet. I need to fix that somehow.
The Dark Lake.
The dark one.
I gave so much temporary inputs. That's amazing. Theoretically, I'm gonna skill a life domain cleric on top of a twilight cleric.
Wait, how do I drag you over to the Dark Lake again as characters?
Is it this map or is it a different scene?
I gotta
No,
use
it's a different scene.
You
Oh, I gotta
right click
activate the
that scene,
don't I?
yeah, and hit activate.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then you still have to drag. You have to drag our. Oh no, I can see my
Tokens
token.
already. Yeah, I dragged all the tokens over.
Okay, that's well then. I got a whole fresh jar of baby pickles.
Ooh.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing when we're
Ooh,
done.
sounds disgusting.
Okay. So you guys come up to the entrance to the Dark Lake. You guys can hear the sound of running water, and kind of like dripping, and like the crashing of like waves against rock and the shore. As you guys like come upon, and on the edge of the shore, you guys can see what looks to be two moderately large rowboats of Drow make.
Renee's gonna go right up to him and try to assess their condition. He's proficient with the water vehicles as a sailor. Oof.
Thank you very much for the compliment,
Or
Frankie Roth.
nat.
Too bad it's not real.
It's totally
Too
real.
bad.
So
It's just not mine.
they are boats. That's the best guess. They're boats.
Look
You
like
know
boats,
the
everyone.
and they look like good boats. Good
Can I
boats.
You
get my
certainly-
stuff?
Everybody cheers! Everybody cheers! If you all have a drink, cheers.
Uh,
To you by.
Bing.
Ding!
Oh wait, I got this from
Gross.
the Star Wars place at Disneyland. Bing.
Oh yes! I mean,
Gross.
mine's also Disney. Food and Wine Festival. Prost!
Boom. I just went to the
Salud.
Flower and Garden
Bye.
Festival.
Oh, the Flower and Garden Festival's beautiful. I was there a couple weeks ago. I'm going to
Absolutely
Food and Wine soon to just absolutely get smashed. I'm so excited to get sloshed.
Are you so happy to be 21?
I am! I've been drinking
My
Dr.
brother just
Pepper
turned 21 yesterday.
Woo! Tell me say happy birthday from the server. Wait, does this mean that we get a free level because we know somebody who had a birthday?
No. Happy birthday from all of us to you.
All of
You
us.
get a level.
I could do the
blah,
Chuck
blah,
E.
blah,
Cheese
blah, blah.
birthday song. I could do the Chuck E. Cheese birthday song if you guys want, but I don't want to. It's been years.
The one network show I'm on, that's basically what my role was. I was a waiter singing happy birthday to the main character. Doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
like
great.
Character work kind of stuff.
What's
Fun.
that?
What's
They're
our
playing
plan
like
for these
characters and stuff.
Well,
That's
we need to.
my
I
thing,
really.
yeah.
I don't even know if I'll be able to fit in a boat. Spinna is like looking at the boats, very worried.
So they are relatively large boats. Man, I gotta move to. I made them tiles on accident instead of freaking.
Where am
Nope. I made them tiles
Spinna?
instead of. Spinna here? Did I not get you?
I? Am I under? Am I somehow?
You're still under the octopus. 1 second.
We left Spinna under the octopus.
Don't worry, oh you all. I'm fine. I'm just harvesting more meat.
So how long has it been since we left the little area?
You are about. This would be 3 days. You've officially been gone.
No, I mean, did we sleep? Did we take a
No.
long rest?
So from the fight
To the
with the
Rocktopus?
Rocktopus, this is like the next section. Like the walk
Alrighty.
from the Rocktopus hole to here is like 5 minutes.
All right.
May's gonna ask everyone if they wanna like take a quick break.
Yeah, like
Just an
you
hour
actually
or
see
so.
Topsy and Jim Jar and Shushar and Bupito and Topsy and Turvy all like jump in the water and they're like splashing their face off and cleaning themselves like they've been in prison for like a minute. Shushar jumps
Yeah.
in and you realize like real quick he's part fish. He's like jumping in and doing flips and stuff in the water. He's like he's out
Spinna
here
is gonna
swimming
call
around.
out. Please do be careful. Last time that Sai and I were next to water, we did get attacked by some oozes. An ooze.
Renee's not ever been a skeleton before, so he's not really sure what to do about bathing.
If he'll float or not.
Yeah.
Polish your, you gotta polish your bones every once in a
gonna-
while.
Yeah, he'll wash his what is it, metatarsals? His
Right.
feet.
Can't even see where the walls end. I wouldn't be able to climb. Spinna's not worried about fitting in the boat. She's worried about sinking the boat.
No, the boats look like they can hold like they can each hold about four people comfortably, 5 people uncomfortably.
Doesn't mean how to drive
How
a
much
boat.
weight can they hold?
You're not sure.
Because the curse of being a monster race is she's 2,000 pounds.
Oh God,
They don't hold that much.
probably not. Definitely not.
It's
Yeah,
like
you
we're
might be-
leaving the Drider here.
The Drider might be walking along the edge. You might be trailing along.
She might be walking on the walls.
Yeah.
She might be
Yep.
climbing the walls.
Is now close
And she'll
enough
carry
to
anybody
signal
who
my
wants
bat
to not be in
companion?
there.
Oh yes. Now this is exactly. You remember dropping off. This is where you remember dropping your stuff off at. You know it is back here in this corner.
Nod pulls out from somewhere a tiny little whistle, like blows it inaudibly, it's inaudible. And then after a few seconds, you see a medium-sized bat like come swooping down out of the darkness from above with a saddlebag. And as it lands, Nod gives it a big hug and starts patting it and scratching it behind the ears.
What about your spider?
He is on my back like a backpack. And he crawls into
Hey, what's that?
he crawls into one of my saddlebags. And Nod scratches the big bat behind the ears and he says, good to see you, Franklin. Good to see you.
I'm gonna change him to Frank. I'm gonna update his token real quick.
Did I say it was a different name? I forgot whatever name I said before, if I said a name.
No, I didn't have a token made for Franklin yet.
It's a giant bat, so it is medium-sized for the record, so it is larger than me. If you could change my token size down to tiny, I would appreciate that as well.
Are we
There we
taking
go.
a short rest?
We probably should. It wouldn't hurt
Okay.
too long. While we're getting everything ready, people can relax for a quick second.
Hey, it's Franklin.
All right,
Coming
no.
over to play.
Yeah, Franklin flies over to you. You guys are no longer in the water. I'll move you over, Nod. So you have your
Take a short
stuff.
rest, I guess. Are we taking a short rest again?
Yeah, you guys can take a short
Yeah, I
rest
think
here.
yeah.
So you actually hear so Eldeth kind of walks over to you guys as you guys are kind of setting up. The Drow will hunt us ruthlessly.
I know I ran for a year.
Can you give
should
me
not-
ownership of Franklin? Sorry.
Yes, I can. Story name, token, image. I need to configure his.
I want to say Spinna's been hanging by Eldith, just to she's been having her hand on her shoulder guiding her. And have dark vision.
I can see things.
Is she a dwarf? Or
He
a
is.
human?
He's a dwarf.
Oh, okay. Dwarves don't have dark vision? Didn't know that.
No, he does not.
Her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am for some reason it's not letting me give it to someone. Resources? Always to owner. No, that's health bars. I just dragged him off. I may need to just make a token for him and then. What? Configure which actor this token is associated with. I don't know why I'm not able to give you control of this token.
We can mess
Which
with
is
it later. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Just explain. There's a
He
king where you
functionally
want.
is not an animal companion, for the record. I don't have any ability for him to be an animal companion right now. This is just what my mount is going to be when I hit my Cavalier subclass. So, he doesn't attack. He's never going to attack. I'm not going to have him, scout ahead for us. He's just, he is my mount, functionally. You guys don't really have to, you don't have to worry about him doing much.
Alright.
He doesn't even really need a token, to be honest.
He's cool to have one. There you go. But yeah, no, you get the rest of your stuff. You find your egg is back there. And it's set in its satchel, very safely.
Alright. I give it a little kiss.
Oh wait, no, did we give you your egg? I can't remember.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to look.
I thought we had.
I thought we had two. Cool. Yeah, no, so yeah, Eldeth kind of comes up. We should not rest here very long. They will be after us. I
Alright,
don't
but
think
let's go.
if my scouting is correct, if they, being elves, will not rest as much as us. We have a weakness in having to sleep. For some of us, 8 hours. They can't
Drow
be
will
more
need
than
to
a
stay in a
day.
trance for 4.
They cannot be more than a day or half a day behind us,
So no rest.
and that is unsafe. If we rest for more than 5 hours, they will catch up to us. We have to
So
go.
it's a good thing that we only rested for an hour.
We can sleep when we're dead. Wait.
My mount is rested, and I can sleep
You
on
are
Franklin's
dead.
back.
I can
Shit.
carry those who need it.
Alright.
Did you forget
so
that you were dead?
You
Yeah,
guys,
it's new for me.
I'm sorry.
Jim Jar and Bupido hop in there. Topsy and Turvy are both small size, so I'm gonna count 2 of them as one person. So hop in the boat you wish to join in. Shushar said he is
I
going
can
to
carry a
swim.
couple. I can carry somebody if they'd like to stay with me.
I don't think we have
They're
Roland.
not sticking around. Roland might have disappeared.
Yeah, where's Roland?
He did this. Oh, he's here.
He said he had to BRB. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll carry the elf.
So I put Roland in there. Ront. Okay, so you're carrying Roland. I'll move him along with you. Ront hops in the boat with you guys. Your Nod is riding Franklin, and Shushar is insisting on swimming. I don't know if this is going to move these. I may have to actually make tokens for the boats in order for them to actually move correctly with you guys, which I did not think of until I thought a tile was going to be fine, but obviously it is not. So I'm gonna have to make a token really quick. Okay, this will just take 2 seconds. There we go. Boom. Conditions up. Okay, I'm cool with this. Token. Going to choose the image. Oh, token. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Now we will make a token.
Spinner's gonna have to bridal carry Roland. Just
Boat. Prototype token, image of token is going to be boat. Where is boat? Profile. Boat. Big token. File. Close. File to boat. Close. NPCs. Boat is now an NPC.
it's an NPC.
Boat is now an NPC. Boat has HP for some reason, which is very strange.
I mean, object have
it's on it.
It's an
HP.
NPC.
Boat. I need to make it bigger. Scale to update. Oh, that's
Oh,
way too
God.
big. The boat is gigantic. Okay. Right. Closer to boat size. These are going to be the boats we're riding on. Second boat.
I don't think that I don't think that the boat's a mimic, but it's always a good thing to check.
The boat, knock on wood, is a boat.
I'm so glad that I have a solid bed frame. I'll roll a d20, see what it is. I got a 12. What do we get with the 12? Not death?
No, it is definitely just a boat. So
Just a normal, everyday, solid wood boat. I have
I'll
no
put
idea
you
what that
over.
language is, so I love it.
I can't control Franklin, so actually just move yourself, and I'll just move Franklin to go. Shushar does this. Spinna. I'll move you guys along as you guys kind of push along. There is 2 pathways. I know this over here seems like it's going towards the lake here, but it is not. Actually, no, yeah, it is. It is coming towards the lake. The other area is over here. So you guys begin.
I can scout ahead down the path, see if I can like tell what's ahead.
I gotta scout ahead. I can give you 300 feet of night vision if you like.
Yes, please. I don't have dark vision.
Collide with walls, apparently.
I'm gonna go with my Moonbane and Blessy. I'm gonna go ahead and do Eyes of Night. I'm gonna give Nod 300 feet dark vision, and who else? I guess I could I could do 2 targets, but this one is too far. So
Okay. Yep.
I was
Fine, you
kind of
scout
just
ahead.
yeeted already, so
Can you give my dark or my token dark vision?
Yes, I
You
can.
go into the token and then you go into like vision and then it's dim, I think, instead of dark. You just put 300.
yeah,
Good.
I can see up. For me, it has set. I have 300 feet, but all I could see is like 60. So
No, you scout ahead. Nod, how far ahead are you flying?
I'll fly like quarter mile ahead and then come back.
All right. You fly for a quarter mile, and you watch it kind of open up. You watch it kind of open up into another area that kind of follows along the same pathway. It's kind of like tight, squeezed together. But you do see, as you reach that quarter mile, just it looks like it's off in the distance, but you do see like a faint glow of light about 4.5, 5 miles up ahead. It's just like the ding, like the dim at the end of a tunnel. But it is way down there.
We'll go ahead and press on to try to see what the light is before we go back.
Okay. So you're gonna continue scaling ahead.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know how to just add one person to a scene, but you do open up into an area that looks to be full.
You can grab my. You can do that. You grab the little like name circle that's me, I believe, that's on Dark Lake, and just drag it over to the scene you want. I believe.
No, I can't. When I click Dark Lake, it drags the whole Dark Lake.
Okay.
But you open up ahead, and you see what looks to be. I guess I could activate this. If I activate the scene, it throws everyone over there. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to activate the scene. But no, you go on ahead, and there looks to be an area that is just full of bioluminescent mushrooms along kind of a curve. And you can't really see too much. It's a lot of caverns inside of places. But yeah, there was kind of a curve with a bunch of bioluminescent mushrooms around.
I'll go like chop off a chunk of mushroom and then start flying back.
Okay, you have from straight vision ahead of you. You have red, teal, and purple.
Purple.
Purple. Okay, you fly over, grab a chunk of purple mushroom, and fly on back.
Can I nature check this mushroom?
Yes. Let me put my eyeballs in it real quick and see exactly what this is actually called.
I got a 12 for my nature check.
Okay. You have no idea what this is. But as you like pull the mushroom out, it's kind of like wavy in its look, and as you get closer, it looks like a large human tongue.
Okay, well I'll put that in one of my saddlebags, and then I'll just go grab it. I'll grab a chunk from each color, put them in saddlebags, and then head back.
Okay. So you fly over and grab one of each color. If you want to write that down, what it looks like it looks like a human tongue. So, because I might not 100% remember color to exactly what it looks like. But let me get the other ones real quick for you. I have them on my little message here, which is nice. Okay, so one looks like a little human tongue. One looks kind of, so that'd be the purple, the red, the teal. The teal is kind of a tube-shaped mushroom, and it stands about 8 foot tall, and it's a bright, bright, bright light. When you grab it, the light goes out. You kind of touch it, and the light goes out, and you touch it again, and the light comes back on.
Okay, sorry, I was just writing down the first mushroom. What is this mushroom?
So this one is a tube-like bioluminescent mushroom. And as
Which
you
color is
touch
this
it,
one?
This one is going to be your teal.
Okay.
And as you touch the mushroom, the light goes out. And as you kind of like touch it again, it comes back up again. The light turns back on. You also find off in the distance, the red one is actually fire lichen. It's the same as the one that Pepito used to make flame. And then I'm actually mistaken. Wait, no, yeah, you can't. So the next one's green. So the bright green one is actually something called... Actually, I won't tell you what it's called. But it is... It is steaming.
A steamy green mushroom?
Yeah, it's steaming, and it is very phosphorescent as well.
Alright, cool. So I got a purple tongue mushroom, a teal tube glowy mushroom, fire lichen, and steamy green mushroom.
Yep.
Alright. Back we go, Franklin.
Alright, you and Franklin ride on back as the boats are kind of like holding themselves here before getting really actually into the dark, dark lake. And you can see as you fly them forward, are you informing anyone, or are you just like popping them in your thing? Dice Dad?
Huh? What's up?
Were you informing anyone, or were you just...
That I was scouting ahead? Yeah, I told them I was scouting
no,
ahead.
No, I mean, like the mushrooms, are you just putting them in your saddle and rolling with it? I didn't know when you returned.
Oh, when I get back? I would probably not tell everyone I have it, but I would go to the little mushroom guy after I get back, and we're all, like, chilling. And I would be like, hey, mushroom man, what do you think of these? And I would just, like,
Okay.
open up my bag.
So yeah, we'll address that as you guys continue on. So you guys go through this kind of long 5 mile or so tunnel, kind of tight. It's single file as the boats continue on. You
I
can
do
hear
tell
kind of the
everybody
rush
though
of
that I
water.
found those mushrooms. I tell everybody what I found. I just don't tell everybody that I brought some back.
Okay, cool. So he kind of Nog kind of explains to everyone that there's like a bioluminescent mushroom patch up ahead. But you guys go for about 5 miles. It's kind of a slow pace. You actually do have to like row the boat. It's not like really pushing them hard. They're single file. And you guys kind of move along, eventually opening up into
Map disappeared. It's loading a new one, I'm assuming.
Yep, it should be loading a new one. I activated the.
Yeah, it's loading. You'll just have to put tokens out for us.
Yep, I will get everyone. Here. I'll kind of keep you
Back?
guys together on this.
Am I back? Oh, my internet hard crashed. My entire power just flickered.
Yeah, Shushar. I'm just going to grab just Shushar for a second. Shukar is going to be swimming separate from you guys. Alright. No, you guys go into this giant open area here with a bunch of bioluminescent mushrooms. Kind of moving on ahead.
So what did little mushroom boy have to tell me about the different shrooms up here on the walk over?
Okay, so as you guys kind of go along, he kind of hops over and kind of peeks in your sack. So the teal one, the teal one is it's called Nightlight, and he kind of bumps it with his head, and the light turns off, and then he kind of bumps it again, and the light turns back on. The other one, this green one, this green kind of moss, it is Ormu, and you can dry it to make pigments and colors.
Okay.
He kind of looks over at the purple one that looks like a tongue, and he's like, this one, this is called the Tongue of Madness. If somebody eats this one, they spill their guts for an hour.
Then they're vomiting, or they are telling the truth?
So he kind of explains, they compulsively speak aloud every thought they have. They can't not think out loud for an hour. And the last one he explains, is fire lichen.
A little truth serum.
Quite interesting.
But yeah, no, you guys kind of
Yeah,
float
Shvin
along.
is still holding Roland.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys still kind of just like float along this pathway. Up to you guys if you guys want to stop and explore or just keep rolling through here. Entirely up to
Go
you.
fishing. Can I go fishing?
Uh,
In string?
Sure.
I'd like to hop off and check out where Nod's going. That way.
Same. Shvin is just gonna
Uh,
kind of crawl up and be like, "Are you certain that you want to go that way? I mean, it's not recommended to go by yourself anywhere."
We're leaving
I walk a
somewhere
lonely
most of
road, but it's the only one that I've ever known. I don't know where it goes, but it's only me. And I walk alone.
You
Your
surface
shadow
well
walk
as
beside you.
speaking
Are we getting off here? Is that
Often
what's going on?
does.
I thought we had to go somewhere.
It's often the only one that walks beside me.
You watch Ronk. He kind of like stops. He's like, Are we getting off here?
It'll be a very
okay.
quick pit stop. Just give us 1 second.
Okay,
I can
you
just,
watch
like,
them kind of
fly
pull the
over
boat
here.
aside.
Do we see any signs of life or anything?
I'm gonna go Minecraft fishing.
Not right now. So you collect. So Bupido also hops off. Man, how do I deselect tokens? Come on, give me a specific target. I just want to grab Bupido.
And I'm just gonna fish in the boat.
Nope, not that. This, that, boom, Bupido. Booyah. I don't know why I selected your target. Sorry about that, Roland.
What are these purple mushrooms again? Yes.
It's called Tongue of Madness, and it makes you speak every thought you have for an hour.
I thought it was the red ones.
No, the red ones are fire lichen. Then yeah, you feel like a warmth coming from this area, like over here in general. Like the fire lichens are giving off like
Then
kind of a radiant heat. And you watch Butito come over and kind of like grab, like pull a lot of it together and like put it in his bag, and kind of run and hop back on the boat.
Spinner just nods and walks back out. I mean, it's just mushrooms.
What do I fish? What do I'm fishing as they're gathering mushrooms.
I would like to gather some mushrooms. So, what do
Spinner's
you do
gonna
with these mushrooms, these fire lichen?
Usually use it to catch fire to things, I believe.
Sorry.
Insightful, I'm aware, but...
Stopping and going, Renee, you're over here by the Tongue of Madness. Were you taking anything?
You just had to like run away from the computer.
Oh, oops.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
back.
his
Sorry,
phone
I
started
jumped out.
ringing.
Sorry,
I was in,
not grabbing anything. No.
Okay, sorry. No, I ran into the what's it called? I ran into the. I was not looking at the Discord to see if he had run off.
Once Nod knows what this stuff does, he'll get a few servings of it, jam it into one of the pockets.
All right. No, you
Spinner's
grab,
gonna take a couple of cuttings.
So yeah, you guys grab. So we'll say you each harvest 3 doses of. 3 doses of Tongue of Madness.
Yeah, I'm grabbing some fire lichen, lichen or...
Alright, so you grab some fire lichen. We'll say you grab. So technically, you can use it to start fires. So we'll say you have 10x fire lichen. So you can start 10 fires or use it for. You have 10 uses of it for whatever purpose.
And those green ones over there are some sort of pigment.
The green ones over here.
Yeah.
The green ones are like they're bright green, and they can be, according to Stool, they can be dried down and turned into like a pigment.
I used to use them to dye silk.
What about those sea green ones? He points to this.
So those ones over there, those are the nightlight. They're called nightlight, and you can tap them, and their glow goes away, and you can tap them again, and their glow comes back on like a clapper almost. Touch light. Renee, Spinna, Nod, as you guys are kind of over here in the purple area, you hear in the distance, kind of across from the river, as you guys see what looks to be, they don't look to be like attacking or moving like aggressive at any bit, but you see what looks to be like Quagoths, but their whole selves are just like where you would see like a horrid creature covered in like ticks and warts and stuff. These guys are covered in like fungal mushrooms. They have like mushrooms growing out of their skulls, on their bodies, up their legs.
Ah,
Oh no.
And they're just kind of like wandering around, just kind of like harvesting and taking pollen off of these mushrooms and like planting other sections of mushroom things and items. They're planting mushrooms around. But you watch them kind of like walking around.
I chose the right side to be on.
be quiet. Oh,
Yeah, let's get out of here before more show up.
Yeah, Spinna's gonna quickly like rush in and just tell everybody, all right, break's over, back in the boats, let's go. We need to go
I
now.
don't know why we took a break in the first place.
Because we wanted to harvest, apparently.
Everyone
Back
hop
in
on
the
the
boat.
boat you're hopping on. I'm gonna grab you guys all in one token bunch. At least boat
I'll get
people.
closer.
No, you're fine. You can
Okay.
move yourself. I'm just moving the boat people and Shushar who is swimming. So yeah, you guys kind of
Stay as close to the boats on the other side as you can.
kind of strange, but as you guys go through here, you guys kind of have to pull it tight to kind of move through all these rocks down here. And as you do,
who's this creepy
You watched-
boy?
huh?
Sorry, I
What'd you
interrupted
say?
again. I was saying, who's this creepy boy? But I interrupted you, so I apologize.
No, you're totally fine. You watch this like Quagoth with all the spores on him, the spore servant, kind of like come around, and if you're over there where you say you are, Nod, then this one is actually going to begin like and like makes his way to walk out and like stops
Keeping
at
the
the
cave
water.
ceilings.
Yeah, it sticks to the water, but does not come like can't get in it, or seems to not want to get in it. But you watch this spore servant right here, like, and you watch just like a flood of spores envelop
I-
the boat that has.
But before he does that, can Spinna like use dancing lights to distract him and go around him?
You can try.
Or can I do minor illusion? Like I just want to distract him. Like throw a rock, get him away from the water and from the boats. Like I'll even hop up onto a rock and do it.
Sure. Try something. Give me a minor illusion or a deception check along with minor illusion, and I will see if he is distracted.
Okay.
Or sleight of hand. I'm trying to think what might possibly be a good check. For that.
Deception would be a better one.
Yeah. You can do deception.
Or
or
I could do
persuasion.
performance.
Yeah,
you
deception
got
persuasion
versus
then.
Insight.
Persuasion's good. Let's use persuasion.
Yeah, let's use
and
persuasion.
then,
Okay.
I'll use his insight to try
It's
and
gonna
see
be a
if he
24.
understands. 24.
And she'll use like a minor illusion of like to make the water seem to be coming up closer to where it's closer, or to hide the boat.
Alright, so that's a nat one. And where are you making the solution at?
I'm gonna make it right around him to where it makes it look like he's not able to get to the water. The water is a lot closer to the shore than expected.
So kind of like wanders up and like steps and like looks down and like the water's about to get on him, and he kind of takes a couple steps back, and the spores shoot up and off of him, but not towards the boat. They're just kind of like floating around in the area. But as we guys continue, actually I don't need to move him. I'm gonna grab El Parte.
Spinna's gotta like hop off of the rocks, and then like she just jumps to another one of the sides because this poor girl can't. I don't know how deep it is, but she's not gonna get her silk wet. Yeah, the
I'm gonna-
myconoids are nice.
So I'll move this boat on and ahead as you guys continue riding. Shushar explains that this ride is at least 3 days. At least, I mean, sorry, no, it's 3 days to the Dark Lake, and then a 5-day boat ride to the. Yeah, it's a 5-day boat ride from here to Sloop de Lop.
Five.
Sloop de Lop. Sloop de. Sloop Bladop.
Deloop.
Sloop Bladop.
Sloop.
There we go.
Sloop.
I speak fantasy words. Sloop
At the
Bladop.
5 days, Spinner just kind of like goes, "Oh, that's
5 days you said a boat
wonderful."
ride. Who's on the boat with me?
Can I go peek around in their little hidey hole? Can I like stealth and go peek around in there?
Sure.
Well, he's like at the water, like menacing the party. Like just kind of like stick to the
Yeah.
cave ceilings and try to be stealthy.
Sure. So show me where you are moving.
That's 12 for my stealth check.
All right.
Peek in here. I won't go all the way into the room, but I'll peek in here and see what's up.
Okay. Give me un segundo.
Oh my god, I have a test.
You have a test?
I forgot that I had a test. Luckily, I can do it while we're doing this.
Okay.
Simple.
May you possibly give me a charisma saving throw?
Yes. Oh, that's not very good. That is a 4.
Ah, okay. So, if you could please roll me a D100. As you are
Yes.
flying around here, you realize, like, as you're, like, kind of sneaking and more focusing on, like, trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing, you don't realize that on the ceiling, you are just, like, lying directly into the Ferris.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, so you are deep inside the Ferris and realizing that you're, like, inhaling this mist and the stuff that's inside of it. And as you do, everyone, I'm pleased to announce we have someone who is officially going to be affected by something known as long-term madness.
No.
And it's nice.
No way.
You take the first piece of long-term
No.
madness.
I'm gonna go
Uh-huh.
ahead and.
I'm
I
so
wanna make
happy.
I want to start converting people to be my acolytes. These NPCs.
I'm so happy it's Dice Dad.
So you have, Dakota, you have repeating syndrome for the next. Let me do a quick calculator real quick.
That's insane.
For the next 3 days, please choose something, an activity, and you will repeat it constantly for the next 3 days. Whether this is flipping a coin or praying or muttering to yourself or washing your hands or like
He'll just
scratching
be
your head.
checking on those mushrooms in his saddlebags. Like every 3 minutes, he just like goes to make sure they're still there.
Okay, so you are fully One Ring protective of your like paranoid of someone stealing your mushrooms for the next 3 days. So please on your character sheet mark 5. So everyone can do this as we get deeper in here. There are 5 dots. Dakota, you have 1 dot of madness. It is a cumulative effect. If you receive 5 dots of madness, you are indefinitely mad, and you gain a full feature that never goes away.
Is
Ever.
it a good feature or a bad?
So I'll
Probably
give you
bad.
some. I'll give you some quick
Good.
examples of a indefinite madness. So there are a lot of indefinite madness flaws. So you have, I keep whatever I find. I can only lie. I don't like the way people are looking at me. And those are now just like indefinite things that your character has ingrained into their personality forever.
Thanks for the
The
cheer, by
only
the way,
thing-
Frankie Roth from the Twitch.
Woo! The
Thank
only
you.
way
Hey, wait, that's our first year.
the only way they can be removed is wish.
I won't tell anyone about this. What do I see in here, though?
So you feel this like kind of like, you feel yourself as you're like flying around through this area, like you peer around, kind of like take a couple breaths, and then you like remember, you're like, my mushrooms. And you check your mushrooms real quick. But in here you just see a bright yellow mushroom is lying inside of here. And these guys are just kind of like, they're tending to the mushrooms. They are like planting them and keeping them like clean. They are known as spore servants, and they are tending to the mushroom fields. You do see, as you are kind of up on the ceiling, as you're kind of like piecing across, like looking down and like peeking up, you see that there's a pattern etched into the roof. Excuse me.
Sorry, I was talking to Easton. What'd you say?
No, you're totally fine. There's a pattern etched into the roof. As you are looking down and like kind of watching them, you kind of find yourself floating, and as you like look back up and realize you've like floated like 10 or 15 feet off the ceiling, you like look up and to see like right before your eyes I'm gonna reveal this to everyone, but Dakota is the only one who sees it. I don't think I can choose someone to specifically see it. Yeah, I can just show players.
Whatever could it mean? It means you've lived
Looks
a
like a
life
giant-
of sin.
You see that symbol.
Looks like a mushroom.
That symbol is carved into the ceiling in this chamber right here. Like into the ceiling. And it's quite large. It's about 7 to 8 foot by it's about 7-8 foot square.
Do I recognize this symbol?
You can etch it down real quick, but you don't specifically know what this symbol means.
Fix the mushroom.
Yeah, I'll scribble that down. I'm gonna look in this room, see if there's anything, like, juicy that I can see that might be worth grabbing.
So let me actually roll on something for you as you scavenge this area real quick. Boom. Bada beam bam. Bada boop boom. Okay. Yes. So you, as you're like looking around, you see over in the corner by one of these like Quagoths, you see what looks to be a like small bone, like a small bone sculpture. You'd have to get like on the floor to get it though.
Alright, I'll go down onto my feet, and I'll try to, like, run along the edges of the room.
Okay. Yeah, no, you trail along the edge. I'll keep your stealth. They're not really like actively searching for you. But you hug the edge, and over in the corner right here, You find what looks to be a small, like, Lolth bone figure, like little toy almost. And as you like dig it out of the ground, because it's like half showing, you pull it up, and you see like a skeleton hand is attached to it, and you like some skeleton has like a skeletal death grip on this.
I'll like peel
onto
the fingers
Lolth
back.
figure. All right, you like grab onto it and like kind of snap the bones back. As you pull it out and like get it, you can see that this is like a small child skeleton that is like this mushroom is growing on top of.
I'm gonna grab now. After seeing that, I'm gonna grab a little piece of like cloth or bandana and put it up over my face, not realizing that I have already succumbed to the mushroom madness.
Okay. No,
But
you.
I'll put the mask up.
Yeah, you cover yourself up. And are you heading back into the rest of the party?
I'm going to peek down the other way in this hallway first.
Okay. So, with how the things are moving, I'm gonna hop back to you, Nod. You guys continue on down this area. You don't really have a way to stop yourself from continuing on along the pathway. But you guys see that it kind of speeds up. The road really does like continue and continue and continue and keep going. Or not the road, the river. The river kind of continues and like pulls you guys kind of faster and faster. You don't have to row except to steer. Shushar is kind of like hops onto the back of one of the boats, like pretty light himself. Kind of just takes a breather for a second, tries to dry himself off. And you guys find another good inlet, kind of an area where you can peel off at, and stop.
Please tell me there's another boat there.
To rest for a
Please.
second. No, there's not another boat. What was that?
Join the I was gonna try to convert the NPCs.
But yeah, no, you guys peel off to an inlet to kind of chill. You guys have been going for the better part of like a day and a half, and then I'm gonna jump back to Dakota. So searching through the rest of these caverns, you don't really find much. There's not like anything of more worth. You find like one or two more spore servants who are just kind of like tending to the mushrooms.
Alright. I'll head back out then and try to catch up with everyone.
Yeah, you go with Franklin and kind of like speed your way along, and you guys eventually just like I said before, come to an inlet to get the Zerkwood, and you guys start yourself up a little fire and kind of breathe as you guys like rest for a short period of time. Finally
Can I at
able
least
like
put my skirts in one of those boats, please?
How long have we been traveling? Can you remind me?
Okay, so you guys have from Velknevev, you've gone 3 days to the Dark Lake, and then you are officially, we're going to skip ahead for, you guys have like found an inlet, rested, continued on boat for another 2 days. So you guys have 3 more days of actual like on-time boat in order to make it to the Kuatoa capital.
Overnight.
there-
Does this mean that
Is there a way that we can switch off people like resting while we're on the like, going downstream?
like
So
Spinna's gonna need to take a 4-hour rest because
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what I
want her
was
to
gonna
get
say.
exhaustion.
because you guys are gonna have to stop because Spinna cannot fit in the boats. So you're only really as fast as your slowest member, or held back by your slowest member. So Spinna
Oh,
has
wait,
to.
I can do Longstrider each time. I'll just cast Longstrider then, for when needed.
Well, no, totally understood. But you still have to like
Yeah.
stop and rest. So
Yeah.
you guys do have to take at least a 4-hour rest every day, at minimum.
While she's resting,
unless
I'm gonna take
Spinna's-
that figurine of Lolth and I'm gonna like scribble some like frowny eyebrows on it and like a scary face, and then I'm gonna like tuck it in her bags.
Next to the
Okay.
other one that she has.
So you can give me a sleight of hand check and you can sneak it in there. But if you're
Would
in
it
her
be-
bags, who's in your bags?
I'll definitely go check my mushrooms.
So I can take a long rest.
Yes. So well, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
If you guys take another long rest, you guys will pretty much have like every time you take a long rest, you're
Attempt to
losing.
sleight of hand.
You're losing half a day against the Drow.
Question. Because of how Spinna is, she's gonna go for to move. Like she's gonna be using expeditious retreat each time, which means she can move up to 60 feet.
Okay.
For her walking speed.
Yeah. So
each
if you're
time,
fast,
yeah, that's what she's gonna do. But she has to use a spell slot for it, and so it lasts for a while. So she can do it, but she just won't be using it constantly. She needs to take the breaks, but she'll go to first level exhaustion each time.
okay.
She'll
so
get
you
up to the
guys can
first
get-
level to do it.
So you guys can get like, so there is a pursuit level thing in the game, kind of set up. So right now you guys would be at like a 2. Like once you get to like, because you guys just left, so you guys can get to it. You guys are at 2 again of a 5 scale. Every day you move without stop. Every 24 hours you move without stopping. You can increase that by 0.5. If you stop and take a rest, a long rest, you lose 0.5. And when you're at 0, they catch up to you. So you guys have to like, it's kind of a weird balance of like exhausted running as the Drow. Like that's going to go on for the pretty much 80% of this campaign.
They're hunting us.
I'm always going to kind of have the pursuit levels in the back. So if you guys are like, in cities, it's easier because you can hide and stay in town and maybe you can lose them or pay people to throw them off. But there's always going to be like a pursuit level as they're like on you. And if they capture you or come to you, then like you actually have to like fights ensue. And you want to make sure you like the next time you do take them, you actually will want to fight Ilvara and Asha.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys kind of rest. If you guys want to have any like last minute kind of things, I think this is where we're gonna stop for now. Kind of do our
Do you want me to
nomination.
roll my final 2 d20s for Spinna's armor?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you at?
Guess
so far?
we shouldn't rest, right?
No, Spinna's gonna keep going first level exhaustion each time, but she will throw her like skirts, keeping her bodice on, but will like throw like the skirts into the boats to like allow a little bit of comfort and for her to gain more speed.
Okay. Yeah, no, you kind of put a cushion in the boats and kind of like zoom on.
Please don't dodgy them.
And you guys take an extra day to kind of
Shit in
push.
the water.
Question. Expeditious retreat is a spell.
Oh, wait. Also, oops. You are not able to roll unless you take your full night's rest to work on it. So you have to work on your leather. So
Okay.
on days you aren't resting, you aren't. So on
She
the,
can't
like,
even like knit, like stitch and walk. It's
no,
just
because you're like running. You
I've
guys
had
are
to do this so many times.
yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
running.
she's
So the
skittering.
2 days that you guys are sprinting, you won't make rolls on. So just subtract the last 2 rolls as you guys are running.
I didn't even add them. I'm currently at 52.
Okay, cool.
So she's essentially taking the dash action each time. Is that going to make her movement speed 120 feet?
Yeah, so she's gonna be running. Like you'll be running, but there's like a certain point where like you can only sprint for so long. So that's a difference.
Yeah.
If you are wanting to like,
Constitution saves.
so there's like fast movement where you're like tired and you're not really you're moving, you take exhaustion, which makes sense. But if you're like using expeditious retreat and then dashing and sprinting, I might have you take 2 levels of exhaustion every day you stay awake. If you're sprinting.
Then no, she's not sprinting. If she's just normally walking, that's going to be at the 30 feet. If she feels up to it, she can dash to the 60, and like whenever she's going to dash, she's going to use the expeditious retreat, which is only a 10-minute spell, to
So
allow her to get
during-
up to 120.
During one of these 4-hour break, like rests,
Mhm.
Renee is gonna try to fortify one of these rowboats to be able to like hold Spinna as well, because this is not this isn't gonna last. And I think Renee, he was a sailor for a long time, so that's what his instinct is.
Okay. No, you definitely. There's not really any wind, so you can't really put sails on it. But you do like reinforce the outsides. You like increase the size of the paddles, and you work with like the Zerkwood whenever you can to try and like shed weight on the boats. There is some unnecessary frills to them, being specifically Drow. They still are elves, so they have that kind of flair
Pompous
to it. So
pricks.
you kind of break off some of the like random frills and frail, like and gilding on the outside of the boats, and save some weight. When you do take the gilding off, you now do have like, I will say, if you take the gilding off, you have 6 4-foot sections of like steel, of thin steel, like thin hammered out steel.
Does anyone here know how to work with steel?
So I would
We
say,
can
so
probably
just so
find
you
a
know,
battle
it's
book.
1 foot. It's 1 foot by 5 foot. 1 foot by 5 foot, and you have 6 pieces.
I can carry it. I don't mind.
Well, okay.
But yeah, you guys find an inlet. You guys get some rest. This is after 2 days of travel. Kind of, you only have 3 more days until you're in the Kuatoa capital. But
The minute that they get there, Spinna just goes into a dead trance. Is just collapsed on the ground. Just
I speak up. I say, I just need to sleep, just for one day. Just for.
You've been in boats. You've been in boats. Why haven't you been sleeping while you're in the boats?
Wait,
Taking
am I
shifts
able
in the
to sleep
boats.
in the boat?
Yes, you were in the boat. You can
Okay,
even be
yeah, I can
sleeping
go
in
along
Spinna's
with-
arms.
Okay,
Did you? Spinna has been the only one walking because she's Spider Mama too heavy.
if it makes you feel better, Shushar, the old Kuatoa, is like swimming.
Yeah,
Like
he's
he's
built for
fishing it
that.
out.
Spinna hasn't. Spinna's a drow. Why does she need to walk? She'll just be in a carriage.
That
Who needs
makes
legs?
sense. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up right there. We're gonna do some inspiration, and then likes and dislikes, and then we'll end it for tonight.
Long rest?
So we'll go first to Dice Dad. Any inspiration you want to
Long
have?
rest and catch up. So,
Yes,
I'll
definitely.
wrap it up.
Long rest. This is your rest after you've done 2 days of just like hard marching push to get away from the Drow.
Finally, spell slots.
I'm fine on spell slots. I wasn't worried about it.
I will give my inspiration to Senpai. What's your character's name again? I forgot. Sai? Yeah. I'll give it to Sai for talking to me in Sylvan earlier.
Ooh.
Our Sylvan conversation
Sylvan.
chat.
For Sylvan, I have Elf, I have Undercommon, and then I have Common.
Wild.
I just love that nobody has Abyssal.
I don't talk to no demons.
It was between Abyssal or Infernal for Spinna, and I was just like, well, I mean, it's called Out of the Abyss, so they're probably coming from the Abyss.
All right. Sai, you are granted 1 inspiration. Remember, you guys can add inspiration, like to have you do a reroll, to have me do a reroll, or if you add up the inspiration, I do have a feature that I like to do, like called I know a guy. It won't really do much unless you're in a city, or actually no, I'm gonna not do the you know a guy because the Underdark is not a place that you guys really know too much about. So maybe in the future, maybe after you guys go for a minute, I might do the know a guy.
Yes, we don't know people apparently after
yeah.
living in the Underdark your entire life.
Yeah, well, maybe
Being a noble.
maybe it'll be circumstantial, but no. For now, you guys do not have Noah Guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But next we hop on to, let's go to Renee.
I would like to award Dice Dad inspiration for being the first person to go a little bit mad.
Gaining some
I'm
madness.
excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
Sweet. I will give you an inspiration for that. One mad inspiration.
The Twitch chat is currently doing how fast Spinna would be able to run
Did I get
when
inspiration last
Expeditious
time?
Retreat is on.
Huh?
Did I get inspiration
I think-
last time too?
I think almost everyone got 2 inspiration
Yeah.
last time. I think pretty much everyone got 2.
Yeah, we got 2.
Remember, it caps at 5, so once you get past 5, hold yourself. All right, Sai.
It's hard to say. I guess I'll just give it to Bunny. Her hoofing it with her dryad, making the best of a worse situation.
Just lifts up the skirts and is sprinting like fuck.
Right, you're like you get like 3 miles ahead of him, and you just like plan against the wall, and you're like, okay, they'll get it.
Just take a drink. Do a little bit of leatherworking.
All right, no, that's I would gladly grant you an inspiration for all your sprinting.
Oh, thank you. That puts me at 5.
Inspiration for you.
Mine is going to have to go to Senpai. The oh my god, that sheer amount of temporary health, that was incredible.
That was nuts. I was not expecting that even like a tiny bit. I was like,
yeah, it becomes a problem once we get a big combat. I could just sit there forever. It's only
You
1
don't even
minute,
have
which
to-
is 10 rounds, but
It's still that's enough to get Winter Splinter up.
oh man, that is awesome. So definitely an
I
inspiration
think I
for
did
you.
math. I think it was 55. I think I did that. Just those rotation we did to
Yeah.
hit points.
That was a lot.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, imagine getting a life domain cleric on top of the Twilight. Just 2 people playing clerics. Nothing's gonna go down. All right.
I could make Spinna a light domain.
We are now going to jump over to Roland.
Inspiration I have.
I'm going to give it to Dice Dad for the mushrooms a bit, with him hiding the mushrooms, and just, it was a little funny. I enjoyed it.
Mushroom Man.
Thank you very much.
Mushroom Man.
Mushroom,
Why are you so close to your camera? Dice Dad, that's a lot of lips on Twitch right now.
So close. Jeez. Okay. After that, let's get to likes, dislikes. Things you want to see more of. Dice Dad, likes, dislikes, things you want to see more of.
I quite enjoyed getting some madness. I was tempted to at that point just like roll around in it and get that full permanent one, but I figure I'll let that happen naturally.
Just roll around in it like, just don't mind me, just taking a bath as just spores.
I go in there a level 1 or level 2 multi-class rogue fighter. I come out just a level 2 circle of spores druid.
You just become Mordekainen.
Circle Spore's cool. You shoot it's pretty cool actually. You shoot spores at people.
I think that sounds pretty legit. Okay. Renee, likes, dislikes, things you want to see more of.
I'd like to see my camera focus more right now. No. I had a ton of fun today. The combat was super fun, and I definitely want to get in even more fights. So Renee might be looking for some blood, just so everyone knows.
There's some definite craziness coming for everyone.
Oh yeah. It was great today, though. Thank you.
No problem.
I'll take psychological horror, please.
Sai. Likes, dislikes?
Honestly, I enjoyed it. I honestly think the traveling and long period of time it's good that we're getting past the lake. I don't know. I always enjoy random encounters. That's just me.
Okay.
They're not always terrible. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you might just find something that could be beneficial, or at times you could just kick the butt cuck to just I don't know.
No, 100%.
We're in
Also,
Underdark, we're in Underdark, so you know, we're having cruise sellings right now.
if anything specifically, did you guys like how travel was? Would you like me to slow it down and do more days, less days? I kind of to keep it to like 2 to 3 days of travel. Maybe when you get farther, when you get like 28 days from a place, I might do more. Or would you like every 2 to 3 days to be like to have something happen, or would you like to be more frequent or less frequent based
I
on
think
distance?
a lot of this game is the random encounters that happen to you as you're traveling from place to place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I want
definitely.
some more
So
frequent.
it's just like it's the charm of great. We're running away from the druids, so us getting in a fight is gonna be puts us in more like, oh god, they're gonna catch up. This took like a couple hours. They're gonna be out. Never not had the lead we had before, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
it
our
might be
fights don't
easier.
take hours because they aren't. Because if we go by the regular things, they'll be like the 6-second rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
just
agree.
talking
I
about
think
that. I'm just saying that. I was just saying in general.
Yeah, I mean,
think
if
it
we
might
get in
be-
more fights, we're gonna need more long rests. So I think though, like if you're throwing
Throw us in
more
a
at
meat
us,
grinder. Throw us in a
Yeah.
meat grinder.
if you're throwing more at us, I think our characters will be like, let's not engage in this. Let's like book it out
We'll-
of this.
Yeah, we'll
We'll-
disengage every time.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
And so that's maybe a good gauge.
No, I definitely agree. I think also once we get to the first city, I think because once you get to this first city, once you guys also get to Gracklstrug, Sloopsodop is not a gigantic city, but Gracklstrug is. Gracklstrug, my hope is for you guys to get like from like to like at least to level like 7 in Gracklstrug. So
Like pursuit level 7,
I think
or
Cool.
like no, like that might be like there's a lot of Gracklstrug is a massive city with a lot of stuff to do. But I think once you guys get into a city, it'll be easier to like dip into a house and like hide from the Drow and they go in the wrong way and you guys lose some spots. And it won't be as immediate of danger for you guys. Which is what I hope for. I hope you guys get to have like some level of like encounters and fun without being like, I don't want the systems in the game, like the pursuit levels and the madness to like draw how the game goes where you guys are like, we can't rest if the pursuit is like they're constantly chasing us. We don't get a fight. We have to run past this city.
Yeah.
I don't want it to ever be like you guys are running to a city and because you're at like pursuit level 1, you guys are like, we can't stay here. We got to skip this whole town and move to this area.
we gotta go.
I felt like it was like the rests or like the breaks, like 3 days at a time, 1 day just passed. Like that felt right to me.
Yeah. Like if you're on the run.
Yeah.
Let's jump down to Spinna. Likes, dislikes, thing you want to see more of?
Disliked that there were only 2 boats, but everything else felt pretty good. Yeah, I'm still salty about not being able to fit into a boat, but that is my own thing. And Spinna, as she gets better, she will get better, and her rider abilities will get better. I think. I have no idea. She's just a cool character to play, and I'm happy that I get to play her. But Senpai, once we get to a major city, we're using ceremony. Spinna is gonna marry somebody.
Wait, what?
We're gonna use ceremony.
Wait, what?
No.
Quality.
I
If
wanna use
anything, I'm
ceremony
marrying
just to
Renee.
prove-
Renee, I'm marrying you. Congratulations.
All
Spinna's
right,
gonna propose with like one of the things that she stole from Asha. Apparently, I can run faster than humans in a marathon. Thank you, Frankie Roth and Gate Wizard, for figuring out how fast Spinna runs in
So
a
with that-
situation.
Spinna did have your heart on literally her sleeve, or like at her chest.
In her bosom.
Yeah, she
For
had.
how many years? Like 14?
Yeah,
14?
no, until now.
No, 16. 16 years. Like 16, 17 years. You know everything about this girl. Use it!
Okay.
Torture
Next we
me.
jump to
Kitty.
Next we jump to Roland. Likes, dislikes, things you want to see more of.
Glad?
I
Glad.
think. Hello? Your mic is muted, dear friend. Oh no. The poor elf can't even figure out simple Drow mechanics. Figures.
Roland. It is time for likes and dislikes.
I will do flippy hair. Dysad, what are you doing? Quit drawing on your chin. I'm gonna tell Easton. I'm gonna DM Easton and be like, come look at your husband.
I'm gonna message him real quick to see if he is here.
No, but if Shminis finds that figure, that Lolth figure, like she's planning on pawning those shits. She doesn't care about Lolth. She doesn't care about gods. The gods are rude. Sorry, the only one that she cares about is Selune because she spent how many years with Sai? Being like indoctrinated by Sai to be like, follow the moon. And she's like, I like the moon. Okay.
The moon talks to me. No, the further we get, Sai's a religious nut freak. Just saying. The only thing he threw into believing into the gods. It's all the thing he has just left anymore.
Shmina will literally make your vestments out of like pure white silk.
All right. I believe I will message Roland and get his likes and dislikes once we finish up. I think he might have disappeared. But I think we're going to call it for tonight. You guys did absolutely amazingly. We're venturing deeper and deeper into the Underdark every day. We've got a little taste of madness so far, and I hope we fully dive into it. We fully dive into some madness.
Yes, if we go completely mad, I'm going into my Spinna voice. I mean, not my Spinna, my Selena voice. She'll change accents completely.
That would be cool. We start changing characters, like stuff starts shifting around.
I swear, I'm a Vistani woman in the domains of despair. The fuck are the domains of despair?
But with that, thank you guys for watching. This has been Out of the Abyss: Descent into Madness, presented by Dice Dad Games.
Woo!
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.